Ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 21 of the Problematic Gentleman Podcast.
What's 9 plus 10? 21?
This nigga stupid.
You stupid. Nah.
We back with the fuck was that? The dogs?
Nah, that sounded way close, bro.
It did sound about where the fuck the dogs at? I thought he was in the room with us like. Episode 21, ladies and gentlemen, we got two topics, as we always do, bringing up hot, real life, uncensored shit that some of y'all don't like to hear because it'll hold you accountable.
Situation.
So we actually do have two topics. We have two topics today that we are going to discuss. They actually have a lot to do with accountability in our own ways. Everything we discuss does, but this one even more so. So, ladies and gentlemen, this first topic that we will be discussing today is love versus love.
Ooh, it's lusty.
The two L's. One means no more than that.
That we always. Nah, I'm about to get my bad. Let me not do that. But yeah, love versus lust.
No, get in your bag.
It go with the topic. I'm gonna ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get too deep into the sauce. At that point, you get lost in that motherfucker.
We got 3 questions and we already answered them.
But I want to ask y'all a question. And be honest, fellas. We don't got to do the too cool for school shit here. Just be real. We ain't got nobody to be worried about. Judge. This is judge-free zone. Judge-free zone. Word up,
Lying like a motherfucker.
Shit, judge me. What you gonna do? You still gonna talk to me?
Still gonna fuck with the nigga. But
I'm the good one on the podcast.
I want to ask. See what I'm saying?
You paying attention to that?
I
am.
B. Mike,
gonna take a
you
poll.
already know.
We can take a poll.
Everybody know I'm a nice guy.
We gonna take a poll.
Even B said it. B was like, you fake nice, but you nice.
We gonna
That's
take
the
a poll.
thing. What?
We gonna take a poll.
And as far as worse, it goes Mike's number 1, I'm 2, and then Jordan's
That's
least
fucking
number 1.
crazy. We'll take a poll because we can have all the art.
But he just admitted he said he's number one.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
said
said
Mike's
I'm
number
number 1. That's crazy.
Oh, I don't know though. B. That's
Come
a little
on,
wild.
bro. It's like 'cause I know Mike. It's like Mike be a
Yeah, he's
bitch
like,
on the
I'm
podcast.
talking about number 1 on the podcast. We're not talking about number 1 when it comes
Oh, okay.
to
So who lied the best? Okay, then you got it, bro.
Word, that's all you changing the contest now, nigga.
I mean, it's it. That's
Look.
all that matters.
This nigga. Moving the goalpost ass nigga. But this first question I want to ask y'all, like I said, you can be open, be honest. Have you as a man ever confused love with lust or lust with love? So, and I'd much rather you speak to possibly if you've ever been in a position where, because we know men typically are the ones that kind of deal with this and finagle it in ways that they like that favors them the most.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that you've been in a situation you were dealing with somebody where it was like a lustful thing? And when I say you confuse it for love, it's in a way where it's like you're not in love with this person, but you maybe wonder, well, she got some qualities and potential to be more than this. I don't know if she will be, but she could be. And then come to find out, she's actually not that at all.
No, not in that dynamic. But I have been in love with a person, fell out with them, and then we got back. Like we was like, okay, my ex.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking with her. I loved her. Whatever. She was all be all for me at one point.
Yeah.
We fell out. When I came back from school, like for good, we started fucking with each other again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, let me see if the feelings that I have for her come back. After we hung out a few times, had sex a few times, I was then able to see like, okay, it's not the same feeling that I had before. This is lust now. Now it's just the lust.
The whole feeling adjusted.
The whole feeling adjusted. But I only when it was us talking and us hanging together, it was like, yeah, this getting back to what it was.
Yeah.
After we got through being together, doing what we was doing, that posting of clarity for real, it's like, okay, I got what I wanted type shit.
Right.
So I never had the dynamic of in the beginning I'm thinking it's love and it was lust. No, but I have the explanation I just explained where on the back end I thought it was love love again, like, oh yeah,
You followed up, like you gonna get back on that shit.
and it wasn't. I could tell after the fact, like, okay,
Was it like after like the first kind of like, because obviously y'all was being, so y'all hadn't connected, I mean y'all disconnected, then y'all connected again,
Right.
was all probably just hookups, y'all spending time like
Yeah.
that. Was it like early within that stage?
It was
where
early,
fucking
bro.
where you
It was
knew,
early. It was just like you could just tell, like, or I could tell. I don't know if you could. That just the vibe wasn't the same for real.
Damn.
And now we don't even talk anymore. And at one point we was talking like 2-3 times a day. We was kicking it once or twice a week. And we didn't even have our own spots yet. Now
Right,
we both
right.
got our own spots and it's like, yeah, we're fucking.
Yeah, still fucking feel like that. Damn. But see, that's kind of interesting because like I didn't even think of it in that aspect. We all had some shit that we bounced back on that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you look at it if somebody truly really feeling, and then because that just showcases to you that shit was meant to stop for a reason. Man. You're like you won't know that in a moment. You gonna still go for it if you feel
Exactly.
comfortable enough to go for it. But the actions is gonna show. They gonna find a way to show you like, nah, you supposed to been check out of this and stay checked out.
Exactly.
Damn. What about you, B?
I would say, as far as confusing love with lust, I would say I haven't been in that situation where I perceived somebody, where I had love for them and it was misjudged. Like I was looking at the love that I may have felt for this person, it seemed like, nah, it's just lust. Because I've only been in love once. So, and that I had for that, the love that I had with that person was solidified. Now, obviously, I'm single now, so it obviously didn't work out. But it wasn't at a time where I was in that dynamic where it's like, nah, this just lust. This ain't really real. So it's like, I can't speak to too much of that because,
But that's why to kind of, because I mean, you might still have the exact same answer after this, but that's why I was saying it because it's love versus lust, but it's like not necessarily even looking at it as a love thing. It's like this person was somebody I was just seeing. They have potential, I think, maybe to possibly be more, but I would like to see it through. And then as time progresses, like, yeah, they definitely was supposed to be nothing besides just some lustful fucking. Like,
Right.
have you ever had that or like not even that?
thinking about chicks that I've dated seriously, like, if I saw bullshit, it was never where it's like,
Where it caught you off guard. You kind of peeped it.
if it was, I peeped it. Like, I'm just thinking about the chicks that I dealt with in that way. And it's like, could I have been in a relation with these people potentially because I was dealing with it for a period of time, but it wasn't to where I was like, damn, this is just more so lust. If I knew what it was, I knew what it was. I don't think I've been in that situation where it was just like, well, damn, what I thought I could have had love for this person like that is just lust. It was only one straight intention, like, unless I was bullshitting myself for them, like, either I'm just going in this situation to waste time with this person. So it's like, I'm not setting myself up for no failure because this is waste time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not setting myself up because here's emotions are getting capped here.
Right.
As opposed to me actually putting time in, and then it was like, nah, this is something that it isn't. Now, things have fallen apart before in, dating somebody, but it's like, I was never blindsided by something fizzling out with dating in that way. So I would have to say that.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like for me, I ask this question because I think a lot of times, because as men, love versus lust is something that I think we have a better grasp of understanding of. Like, we know the difference among the two, where I think females kind of struggle to see them through and figure out what's what.
Is that our
Men,
fault?
we know what the chick.
No, is that our fault that we, that they have a hard time?
Sometimes.
It's a double-sided, so it can be. I think it's more so theirs because, like you said before, what's wrong with that? Like you said before, you gotta be able to have the wherewithal to know, like, to a degree, left from right, where you going, where you headed. If you don't know, you want to just play dumb all the time, then I can't really blame anybody that much more than just you.
Right.
If I'm being real.
Now, if I'm stringing you along with a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just the way it works, but that's the game. Game's the game, baby. Hey, ever since you said this, I say it every day now, nigga. But
That should be played in my head. I was texting, I was like, yeah.
But for me, like, I've definitely had shit that, and that's why, like I said, I made sure to kind of dumb it down because that love word, that L word can be kind of tough to say. Like, you just think the strongest of strongest feelings, like
marriage.
yeah. So I was like, nah, because we've always like tried to angle things, maybe like, oh, it could be this, it could be that. So for me, I've had situations where like they was only meant for lust. But the thing about me, and I think what makes it a bit more difficult for me, and maybe this plays a part into it, but it's like, as a man, when I deal with bitches, and I said this on the show plenty of times.
He deals with ladies, not bitches.
When I deal with ladies, I do treat the lustful chicks the exact same way that I treat the chick that's in the love bag or the love category. Like, I do things in regard to
What you mean?
like how I interact with them, the sex that we have, the intimacy, the level of intimacy never drops
So you
off.
bringing flowers to a joint? Not I'm not even talking about slides, but chick you dating, but you know it's not really a purpose. You doing flowers and all that shit too.
I may not go that far, but you know me, like you know my bag, being at the crib and whipping up a meal. That's something that a lot of niggas ain't
good at
doing.
that you do though. Like,
that's fact.
And you eating like. So
but I know that they don't know that. They just looking at it like, oh, this nigga want to cook for me. Like I've had chicks come over here, and when I cook for them, they be like, I think this is the first time somebody's ever even cooked for me.
Bitch, I was hungry.
So I'm just. But it's like, this is my bag. I do this on the normal. So it's like, it's not to take that away from the chick that I'm doing that with or whatever, but it's more so like, I enjoy this and I want you to come be a part of it. Even if you a slide or if you something that I'm taking serious. So I think sometimes, because I treat everybody kind of similar in their own way, it can kind of fuck things up and confuse me a bit. I get smoke screen myself sometimes.
You know what?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'll give you this because I say like, we touched on it on the podcast before. It's like, how y'all always kill me for being on the phone. I'll be on the phone with a chick that the same amount of time and the same depth of conversation as is I'm in a relationship with her, or if she's just a slot. I can be on the phone with you, like I can talk to you like that because I like open conversation, I like dialogue, and shit like that. So it's like I'm not going to treat the slide any different from the chick I'm dating or in a relationship with because I like talking, because I like to get to know people, even if I know it's a means to an end, or if I know you ain't even about shit.
You know you get the most out of them when you have actual conversation and you engage into it. That is true, and and we're similar in that aspect. It's like two different things, but similar in the fact that it's like I can do that with a slide or a bitch that I'm really feeling. It don't matter.
Jordan's gonna treat you right on all fronts.
Yeah, I'm once again, like I just said, who's the nice guy?
Yo, I could have been told you that Jordan's the nicest person on this podcast.
Oh yeah, that is.
But
yo, this is me. So here we go. but nah. So what I'm saying is like I've definitely had moments, like I said, take kind of water down that love word a little bit, dumb it down. But I've had lustful situations. With women and thought maybe she got the quality of not the temptation. I'm about to say the brain fart right now.
Quality and like the qualities. I mean, she got the quality.
Yeah, it's something else. It was like a catchword I was gonna say, but yeah, she got the qualities to be more than just a lustful bitch. But then they showcase to you why. Yeah, intangibles. They showcase to you why they aren't that.
You see some bullshit.
So it's just like, damn, I kind of thought wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never get my bag enough and get down on myself where it's like, damn, I'm incapable of making the right decision. This, that, and the third. But it's just like, all right, Jordan, next time you see something similar to that, understand that it's going to be a lustful motherfucker. It's not going to be anything more because you can, when you do that, bro, that's what Mike was saying, because he was in love with Shorty. And it came to an end at one point for a reason. You didn't try to revisit it. It's because you think you can kind of replicate possibly what happened.
Bring back the old.
You feel me? So if I'm getting confused from how I'm dealing with a lustful bitch, and then things go wrong, and I realize, hey, she's not more than that. But because at one point in time I might have thought it, if we revisit the situation, it's easy for me to fall for that trap again. And I don't want to be dealing with a bitch that way because I know what you made of.
Right.
You feel me? So I just wanted to ask that. Because I know sometimes, man, we don't really speak directly to those kind of things. But getting to this second question here, kind of piggybacks off that first one. Do you say, because like I said, men have more of an understanding of this shit, this lust and love shit. Would you say that us as men, when we weaponize the love and lust to kind of get things in our favor, because that's what we do.
Yes.
When we weaponize things, do you think that can have like long-term a damaging effect for us as men down the line?
I thought you were about to say women, so I was about to like, without questions.
But no, I mean, I can only speak for myself personally. I feel like this is a question that goes with running game. If you not a nigga who can stay in the field, like B said, I can be dating with a purpose and completely wasting time at the same time. Mm-hmm. So if you not a nigga that has your lustful relationships, and then the one, maybe two females, like I see myself being with them. If you can't have that all at one time, and then it's like, okay, I got my girl, I'm out. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a long-term effect because you're gonna find yourself, like you said, getting confused. Like, all right, I kind of know this female ain't the one I want to be with, but the sex is good and whatever.
Right. Looking at certain things that shouldn't mean as much.
2 months in and you like, man, I don't want this. Now you wasted your time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't dip and dodge in the field,
and at that point it's wash, rinse, repeat.
You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta start all over because you done spent 2 months with this shorty thinking she was the one, and you done cut off the ones who really was supposed to be that one.
Fact.
So if you not a nigga who can really be in the field and understand that the game is the game.
Stay on the porch, cause
Stay on the porch.
Don't come outside with a nigga.
Because what you gonna do is you gonna be in the game. It's gonna be fun. You gonna find something you like. One girl A and then girl B gonna be something you lusted, and you gonna try to play it and play the game, and then the ball gonna go over the fence, and now it's the big ass dog over there, and you like fuck.
It's metaphor Mike tonight.
Feel me? And now you can't get that ball, so you gotta go all the way back to the crib to go get another one. Or you a nigga who can hop that fence when the dog sleep. Get your motherfucking ball, throw it over the fence and run and jump. You feel me? So you play the game until you know. That's the thing you gotta know personally. I know I'm a nigga. I can do. You wanna be the lust all day, or when I find my one, I can move out of the game, or it don't work, jump right back in and be cool.
Right.
Every nigga can't move like that.
Right.
So you gotta be able to be real with yourself and know your limits. And once you find out wherever you stand at with how you gonna separate your love and your lust, if you gonna keep them the same, like B, or you gonna be a nigga like, yeah, I know I can't fuck with this shorty too much if it's at a lust level, cause I can potentially fuck up and think it's something.
Right.
Like you said, you sometimes trick yourself.
I've done it before. That's why I wanted to ask that question, because I knew, like, when you do that, it's easy. If you don't always differentiate shit, it's easy to get caught up in playing, you know what I mean, monkey in the middle and not really knowing where you stand with certain people.
That reminds me of this shit that Mike said a couple episodes ago. It's like, you put your head back on the stove, it's Gucci.
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas.
But I know it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, you know that.
But you also not crying in the corner like, damn, my birthday.
Exactly.
I got my ice bucket behind me like, shh, I'm good. Back to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
What you thinking, B?
I think about it like, as far as to answer your question directly, do we as men feel a certain way where we feel like we weaponize, you know, the emotion or the, what was it?
So, like, do you feel as though because we weaponize the idea of love and lust so much, do you ever think for us?
In the long run.
Yeah.
I don't think it does. Now, it's two kind of dudes. It's the guys that don't, and I think it's more dudes that don't, because let's keep it honest, like, most of us are scumbags. No, most of us are not scumbags, but still, at the same time, I think most of us dudes can, like, I don't want to say fuck over a woman, but use a woman for what we want and not feel too much after.
That's true. The majority of men.
I think the majority of men can do that, and that's not. I don't want to say that's a bad thing or a good thing, because it's like, hey man, while you out here navigating life and you looking for you for everything, you gonna come across women that they here for the moment. They straight for the strokes, and they
part of the process.
Right. Yeah. You finding out yourself, and you find out yourself as a young man by dealing with women. I'm not gonna say by dealing with women that aren't good for you, because you don't necessarily want to deal with women that aren't good for you, but there are gonna be women that you deal with that you know ain't going nowhere with.
Right.
And you gotta learn how to deal with those kind of women to see what you don't want, what you do want. And I just think that doing that, you find out who you are as a young man. So it's like, it would behoove me to say, I'm gonna sit here and not say run through women, but deal with chicks and figure out what they are, who I am, and then be crying in the corner like, damn, but I did them so wrong. Like, no. I'm
It's a contradiction.
Yes, I feel like I'm better today because I've dealt with the women that I've dealt with, and then I've maneuvered, be it relationships, situationships, one night stands, flings, whatever you want to call them. I did that, and then it's like I grew from that, and I don't look at any situation and cry myself in the corner. Now I can look at myself and be like, I wish I could have done things better.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm also not like, I'm not down on myself because of that.
Yeah.
It's like I stand on my own too, and I'm not connected to them bitches no more. So it's like, you got
emotionally, especially when you don't have that emotional connection with it, bitch. It's like a lot of what you would try to hold yourself accountable for normally. You feel you can walk right out the door and not even concerning yourself with it, because it's like, I'm not emotionally connected to you enough in a way where it's going to sound fucked up, but I'm not emotionally connected to you in a way where I value your feelings.
Fact. And I will say this: if I ever hurt you on an emotional level, I am sorry. I am sorry.
I did something, I'm sorry that I did.
No, I can't. What I'm saying is though, like, I can look back at myself and be like, if I took a chick, not took a chick serious, because I've dealt with chicks in a way where it's like I was leading them on, and they may have been feeling me more than I was feeling them.
Yeah.
And I may have left them emotionally broken in a way, and it's just like, in the time I'm like, all right, next bitch. But looking at it from however long ago it was, I'm just like, damn, I wish I didn't do that to that chick.
For real? You think that sometimes?
So are you?
Sometimes, if I know I really hurt her.
Are you
sorry?
Are you sorry that they got hurt, or are you sorry for what you did?
I'm sorry for what I did.
Okay, that was a great question because I thought
100%.
when you initially was saying that, it's easy to perceive that as a nigga being like, I'm sorry you feel that way.
that's
I know when
why
a bitch tell me I'm sorry that you feel that way,
That's that bullshit.
I'm ready to
That's why I asked.
facts, my nigga.
No, but that's why I wanted to clarify that because I don't like that bullshit apology that people make where it's like, well, I'm sorry that you feel this. Fuck you mean? You did this.
Bro,
be sorry that you did this.
And I tell, this is a random drop on, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to be a female or man, don't matter, wherever you stand. When you dealing with somebody and y'all go through your ups and downs and y'all oppose each other and you notice that they apologize in that way a lot, when you go through the things, you try to talk them through and communicate through it, and you get a lot of, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intent, I'm sorry that you feel that way, that's a toxic motherfucker.
Yo.
I'm not joking when I say that at all. Because
I don't even do that.
It's one thing to do it here and there when you do understand that there was a disconnection at that point, but you always hold yourself accountable for what occurs. But it's motherfuckers when they know that they dead wrong, they'll apologize for the act, not the action. They won't apologize for the action. No. They'll apologize for the result of the action. Right.
I'm sorry that you feel like this.
I'll smack you. I'm sorry you hurt.
You're the facilitator why I feel this way. You facilitated why I'm in this fucked up position now, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever. Mm-hmm. You were the catalyst behind that.
Right.
You're why I feel like this. Bitch, be sorry because you did it.
Because you did it. And like I said with that, you bring it up time and time again. And I don't like to say this because I don't like to water it down by talking about it so much, but it's like, you got to understand that the actions is going to speak louder than words because they're going to have to, when you apologize for something and you're dealing with somebody that closely, they're going to have to showcase you at some point in time in a scenario where what they did before they won't do again. And when you start to see that they don't do that, that's when you know that they honestly meant what they meant.
Ladies and gentlemen, run that trial. If you feeling somebody, you know, whether you're dealing with a man or woman, and they do this I'm sorry shit, okay, apology is accepted and it's appreciated that you did that. But I'm a proponent of, well, how are you gonna like show me that you're not gonna do this again? Yeah. And you're gonna tell me that, cool. You're gonna also tell me how you're not gonna do that. But you're also going to have to show me because you're going to have to prove to me that I won't have to deal with that bullshit again. You have to show me.
Yeah,
like, come on, bro.
And it's like that's why I say it's a continuing. At that point, you just continue to do the same thing over and over again, and you're not really, as the person that's receiving that on the other end, it's like you have to then be the bigger person, step away. If you understand that that's a bad trait, a bad scenario that person continually does over and over again. A lot of us get caught up in the idea of a motherfucker just saying sorry as if that means something. I've been told sorry about a lot of shit I know the motherfucker was telling me sorry about that they was not sorry about. So I knew you was full of shit.
That's a nothing burger. It means
absolutely nothing, bro. It was to a point where I remember like it's past relationships that I've had, like I would hear that shit so much, bro, that I had asked her, I was like, yo, when you do shit wrong, don't apologize to me. Cause I feel like I was so shell shocked of hearing it and not seeing anything change that I was like, now it just gets me angry to hear you say you sorry.
Now I just feel like you just think I'm a hoe.
I feel less than when you say that because I know you're not going to do nothing different moving forward.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Get over it.
But that's when I realized, like, at that point, it's like, all right, Jordan, you can keep telling that person the same thing over and over again. And you can keep doing the dead horse. Exactly. But what do you want to do about it? Because at some point, somebody got to do something about something. So I decided to do something about something. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you were dealing with that a lot in your dating life, do something about something.
Just right here. Tyreek Hill.
Exactly. Get going, motherfucker.
Or try to work on it. Try to see if there's room to salvage what's there. You don't want to just step on a relationship because you're running into some miscommunication problems. At least try to give the person a chance to show that they can work past the bullshit that they're putting you through. If it's salvageable, and if it's not more than what you can handle.
Well, and listen, I'm talking about giving that person multiple opportunities.
If you multiple times,
you get one with me, maybe two if I like you.
But I'm
like, my bitch feel bad about work. Fuck that bitch, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I know I want to love you. I don't give a work. Yo, man, I cannot wait till Mike like 29. Like, man, I had to apologize for her, bro. I'm sorry, I fucked up. Yeah, I know, nigga. I know.
You be 29 like, yeah, bro, I'm finna bring these bitches through. I'm like, no, nigga. We married, nigga.
Bro, you get me in trouble, motherfucker. But get into this third question. I like that change. I like healthy changes that put you in position to learn some shit. Because that type of tangent right there.
Giving y'all game is
look, the unhealthy ones be funnier. But these are very efficient for you in your dating life. You know what I'm saying? It's necessary.
Take notes.
Please do. This third question here, fellas. And once again, be honest, be in depth, be thorough with your explanation.
I like these.
So you do understand, like, when it comes to this love and lust shit, we would say, if we had to pinpoint, give a ballpark maybe, a ballpark idea of what men and women do. Men tend to veer over on having fun on the lust side. Women tend to veer over having fun and trying to find something serious within the lust
Unless you're a
side.
whore.
Even when you are, they still try to act like they're trying to find something. You know how that go. But I want to ask y'all, because we do know that the men tend to play on the playground of the lust, they tend to play on the playground of the love. Do you feel as though women are a bit more attracted to the lustful side of things and they just kind of don't want to admit it?
Of course, bro. Like I may have been 1 or 2 episodes, but it's like I don't like the idea that women put this out there that we want sex more than them. Y'all want it just as much as us. I hate that. I've always heard that from the time I was a small child that women are always like, well, y'all just want it more. What?
We all want to fuck.
We all want to fuck. I just don't like the fact that y'all want to like pull this veil of like, no, we're just so much more aggressive sexually.
We're just more outspoken.
No, we may say it more. Y'all just don't want to say it as much as us.
Exactly.
And I'm open to a woman saying that. Be honest with your intentions with me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know something.
That's all you want
That
to
shit
do?
is sexy.
Come on.
You can net a lot. This might sound weird. You can net a lot of dudes with that. I'm not saying that's what you necessarily want to do, but you can probably find a guy who really fucks with that. Like, be honest about your intentions, lady. Like, you don't have to just sit on this like, oh no, I'm just looking to get married and have a white picket fence. No, bitch, tell me what you trying to get into. Like, no,
You trying to get slid?
I try.
Shit,
Exactly.
Slide me. I am a hoe. You are allowed to fuck me and leave. It is okay.
You already with that, Mike?
But what if she like you after that? What if you like her after that? After that one night fling?
Oh yeah, that shit cool too. But what we talking about is the lust. You can fuck me and leave. You can send me to your friends. You can
Mike, they're not doing it.
text me. But you can do it. It is okay.
Some of y'all do that inadvertently though. They be like, don't be talking to your girlfriends too much about how good the dick was. Because some of them girls may not be your girls because you think they are. You know how y'all hot and cold with your old friends.
I seen a bitch that I know. She said on her motherfucking I can't remember if it was Instagram or Snapchat. She put up a post about how she was offering up dick to her friends, and I was like, you know, bitches don't do that. Like basically, she was trying to put out like you think you fucked all of us? We laughing at you, homeboy. We not taking you serious. And I'm like, bitch, he love it there. He get to fuck all y'all with any.
That's an amazing place to be, and you know I know that's an amazing place to be.
The funny thing is, I was like, first when she said that, I was like, you know, nigga, you know y'all don't do it. You know women don't do that. No. And she was like, well, I offered him up. She didn't take whether she fucked him or not. You know she ain't fuck him. You know your friend did not fuck the dude you had sex with. Even if you did offer the dick up and be like, it was good, girl, you should try it.
You knew what was going to happen.
You know she wasn't doing that. And I hate when women try to get us off like, yeah, we laughing at him, girl.
They want women prioritize one and up so much, bro. I hate that shit.
No, they want to be us, bro. They want to have fun the way we have fun. It don't work for y'all. It do not work for y'all.
I don't make the rules. We just follow them.
We just follow them. I was born with it.
Bro, I just hate when I see women do that because it's like, you know you lying. Like, my homies can be like, yo, bro, you might want to see what's up with her because I'm saying I slid a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we've had these conversations.
Yo, and I might slide.
We've actually done that.
Facts.
A nigga might slide and be like, yo, that shit was A1. A woman is not going to do that. First of all, if a woman come across some dick that she like, she ain't giving it to nobody else. Even if she don't take them seriously, she want to keep that dick for herself.
Keep it, though.
Stop playing dumb, yo. Like, yo, again.
In the situation of that threesome that I had, I remember it took a while to even make that happen because the joint that I was with, she wanted that to happen, but then in the same sense, she would fight herself. She's like, I don't know how I really feel about it. I was like, why you say that though? You the one talking about it. You the one bigging it up. And she's like, cuz that's my dick. Like, she would say that. And she did that for like a week, which that was every time she said that.
This is community dick.
She would say that. I'm like, alright, that's fun. Because that should turn me on. But then after a while, I think she realized, like, I still do want to, like, you know, experiment and kind of figure some shit out. So she went through it. But so you're saying, with your answer to that lustful shit, you do believe that they find that a bit more attractive than they like to put on?
Yes, of course. Women are just as curious sexually as we are. They want to get into all the shit we want to get into. But I think some women, now I will say this, women are having this sexual awakening in these past couple years to where they starting to not give a fuck about that.
That's true.
But still,
I'm proud of y'all for it.
I am proud of y'all, but y'all also got to start moving like hoes too, because we not taking y'all serious. You can do all the sexually explicit shit y'all want to. That's fine. Clap it up for y'all. Women empowerment and all that fly goofy dumb shit. I double tap too. But you got to understand, when you moving through the streets like a bird, you have to understand your value is lessened. I'm sorry, but that's the facts.
Finesse, the way it works. What you think about that, man? That lustful shit. Do you think that they find that a bit more attractive than they like to put on to the public eye?
Yes, for sure. I feel like that's half of the reason niggas ain't shit.
Mm.
Because they see that a nigga ain't shit, but it's like, ooh, I'm still kind of attracted to that.
Mm.
Or they see one of the ain't shit niggas and they're like, I'm attracted to that part of him, but I want to change him into a love nigga.
And it's more so that I think than anything. If I had somebody put a gun in my head and said, choose one of these, I think it's that, a lot of that.
And it gets to a point, like you said, where you gotta make a decision. And it's like, okay, I've been dealing with this nigga 3-4 months now, the sex been cool, all that, and he's still the same nigga that he was day one. Like, he's not on that.
Right.
Just because you're attracted to him, and B say it all the time, from day one to the second month, you done made him into a nigga in your head that you wanted him to be. No, that's not him.
It's not him.
He's still the ain't shit nigga who got a little knife mouthpiece. He might fuck you good. He don't want a relationship.
Right.
You knew that in day one, but you fell for some shit. Now
you done created
you
a whole big player or some shit like that.
You done made a nigga on bad.
It don't exist. That man that you made in your head when you was laying in your room telling your girlfriends about how you found the one, he don't exist because he's going to be the exact person he was always meant to be. Ladies, you cannot change no man.
You done made that nigga overall 99. His catch radius, he at 99. His awareness, he 99, and he hit the field to be a 72. He dropping the ball and not doing shit. Because that's what the nigga really is. You gotta understand that, ladies and gentlemen. And gentlemen, I do want you to understand that too, because it's important sometimes. You sharpen your tool. If you know everything that's going on behind the brain of a female, within the brain of a female, it makes you better man. It makes you sharpen the tool that you hunt with too. So it's important for both sides to understand. Because a lot of niggas out here moving around like some fucking simps that don't understand the game, and they make it hard for real niggas. Like I say every single fucking episode, they make it hard for real niggas like us to lay our pimp.
Every nigga player till they get into a player situation. I say it all the time, bro. Every nigga to play a nigga, and they got hoes to the one girl they like trying to fuck with another nigga, and you outside the crib like.
What Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until they get hit in the face.
That's very true.
Face, bro. Every nigga play until a actual nigga who really on that type of time, like shit, we can share the bitch.
Yeah.
No,
bro, like no, bro, come on, your mackin' is lacking.
So for me, honestly, it's one of them things, man. Let me take a little motherfucking water break.
Yeah, because y'all didn't see what he did on camera.
Don't miss this.
God going earlier.
Oh, was I come from King Goggle himself? You know how that go there. But
don't miss this time.
I ain't lit like last time. I was like, yeah, because she said, what I said, I was like, and
then what? And then
something like that. Yeah. I think I was like, and them. But nigga, I started freezing. Word. But personally, bro, I do believe that women find lustful situations a lot more attractive than they claim to want. But I think a big part of it is what Mike has said about how women don't like to admit. That's why when I get to know women, I'm like one of the first things I ask them, and I don't know if I said this, somebody said this on the show, but it's like give me a negative quality that you find attractive in a man, and then give me a positive quality that you find attractive in a man. And a lot of them always act as if they're struggling.
I'm struggling.
I don't think I have any negative qualities that I like. I tend to understand what they are and run away from them.
You like that I lie to you.
And it's like, I know I have negative qualities that I find in females that at least can be deemed negative, that I find that attract me. I can't help it. It's something that I realize. I'm like, Jordan, you gotta make sure you go about this carefully. Right. Because I know how you feel about this little nigga.
That's that shit on the job application. What's your weakness? I honestly don't feel like I had none.
I just worry about perfection too much.
So why you applying it?
Right. So it's kind of like, in that type of scenario, bro, I think a lot of them don't want to admit it because it deals with them kind of facing their own demons in that regard. Like the things that they know they got to work on, that's something that you know you got to work on. If you find it attractive, it's something that you're interested in, there's a reasoning behind why you're playing into your own failure. Like you're right behind that. You're the walking force behind that. So I think that's one of the reasons. And I think the other reason is, once again, like I've talked about this on prior episodes, is perception. Women get so concerned about perception and how things come off that it's hard to admit, I hate that this nigga's a piece of shit, and I don't want people to know that type of man attracts me. Now, some of them, and that's something that speaks to what B was saying, how women become more freely speaking freely as to who they are, the type of sexual shit they want, the intimate shit they want. I see on my TL all the time, all day, where it's like, females would be like, they'll joke around about like, yeah, come, like you just say when you was on the joint, like you'll see something and they'll be like, yeah, let me what she said? She was like, come through and ruin my life and set the
Yeah.
third. It's like you saying that joking, like you know how that go, like haha, that's funny as fuck, but you kind of like that shit, and that's why you saying that.
You like to be crying that night.
Yeah.
This nigga. Then you wake up in the morning. He took me back.
Happy as shit.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that once again plays into the idea of accountability. And I think if females knew like, all right, this is something that I gotta work on. I know it's not a positive trait, but I find it attractive. I can't keep blaming everybody else, right? I can't keep blaming the opposite sex and everybody within that realm to be like, oh, it's your fault, you doing this and the third, because at the end of the day, I'm still choosing them niggas. That's why it's an old broken record now, but like, it was cliche to say, but it was the truth. Like, bitches don't really want good guys. Niggas know, a real nigga in the game knows that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes when I talk to my mom and get advice from my mom, she's like, well, Jordan, don't be letting none of these girls change the real man that you are in your heart's to heart. You a good man, that you. Yeah. Like, that happened years ago.
What? Because I've been destroyed.
Bro,
I've been destroyed. What?
Because you just know it's like, times have changed. And I know when I had those conversations with my mom, a part of her has an understanding into what occurs in today's game, but then there's also a big part of her that has no idea. Right. So when I speak to certain things and I let her know how that contradicts the advice that she just gave me, she'd be like, damn, women be doing that now? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they be doing that, mom.
That's how they get down, mom.
These harlots have stepped their game up to a way that they have evolved into the most visceral succubus. That's just the game. But
and like I said, that's where a lot of niggas who on the surface they like, yeah, I'm playing on your fuck about these hoes. Then they run across a female like that, where it's like, yeah, she might have been feeding you this game, but she really out here getting slaved by 2-3 niggas. She really, and now you the heartbroken nigga.
You the heartbroken nigga.
Into the game.
You feel me?
A lot of young men don't practice.
Your ball done went over the fence, and it's the dogs over there like, yeah, nigga, come get your ball, bitch ass nigga. You like, oh, this is gonna get
this really go there. Exactly. Nigga, like you said, go run back to the crib and get your other ball. Nigga, throw that over here. We gonna do the same shit we just did with this motherfucker.
Exactly.
So it's like, that's part of the game, bro. Like, I think we all understand. I mean, like, even for me, like I said, my bag and how I get down with hoes is completely different at times. And I understand that, but it works for me. What works for me, works for me. But niggas, to speak on the example of this is when, when like, it was the one bitch that I had, remember, I think that was her. When we went to Westchester, it was years ago. We went to Westchester, and, where the fuck? It wasn't, it might have been like a couple years or something. I can't really remember.
Time don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter, but it was like a while ago. Me and B was in Westchester, and it was this Joan. And she was by herself, but she was looking mad lonely and depressed. Like it was the middle of the night, so it was still a good portion of the night. She shouldn't be looking like that. So I'm like, damn, B, she over there looking kind of lonely and upset. I might have to go waken her mood up, like go help her out. This nigga B like, yo, go over there, bro. You keep talking about it, go do it. So we'll walk across the street. Like, yo, what's up with you? You all right? You looking like you down and out? She's like, yo, I'm just going to do some family
I remember.
She's going to do some family things. I was like, yo, B, I'm about to go walk around a little bit. So we walked around the block for like 2-3 times, had like 30-minute conversation. We was going well. I'm like, yo, got her number, yo, we chopping it up. I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna hit you up. So I tell B, my bad. When I get to know it now, it's adapted in a way where like I don't just be taking every bitch on the date. I like eating. I like going out to eat. So you're
eating. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, if you go out, if you get to know me, we match. Like, don't be surprised if I take you on a date, because I be hanging with them. We talked about it too. Where we females go, oh my god, I ain't been taking on a date in so long. So
you let me know the slide.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm just saying that, don't tell me that. But,
your community pussy, it's okay.
Tell me, I don't care.
I just want to take you serious.
So, right.
I want to be
so, my plan with this young harlot was to take her out on a date. So then, I don't know what happened. I think I was talking, I ain't going to name drop. I'm about to name drop one of my niggas. I love you, nigga. I ain't going to name drop. But I was talking to him about it. And then, you know, when you knew that naturally, you sent a screenshot. So, I sent a screenshot, and he started laughing. He was like, yo, bro, that's some wild shit. You see her? I was like, yeah. He's like, man, she was in Westchester. I met her in Westchester one night too. Me and the homies were driving back home. My homie had the whip, so I was in the back seat with Shorty. She's riding dick while my nigga was driving us home.
Party that bitch.
Party the bitch. And that, like he said, that was the party scenario was something different. Then other niggas, my other niggas that we, like me and my man I was talking about, we all know each other. We cool. Yeah. I think they fucked her in like a. They drove up in like a SUV joint and fucked her. Like it was like 2-3 niggas. And they said niggas like she was walking out and the other niggas would walk in. I'm like,
and she didn't look like the type, but don't let these bitches looks fool you, because you think that is reserved for like 5s, 6s, and 7s.
Yeah.
3s, 2s, and no. Nines is moving like this.
Nines is moving like that. I was about to be at Red Lobster with the bitch like, yeah, can I get some cheddar biscuits?
Yo, she was alright. She was alright, bro. She was a bad little joint. Bad little joint. But she was getting flayed, slayed, souffled, and sauteed like that everywhere. So
So, that's when like I said.
That's tough.
That's why I said it's like, you gotta understand. Now I'm pretty sure she walking around, even in the moment, it could have been somebody else, but because she saw my approach, she could have acted like, oh, this seems like a cool nigga, like I want like a lovable situation, even though with his niggas that I don't even know he know, I was bad lustful with them niggas, but because he approaching me the correct way, I want that. No, you really don't.
But bro, that's why, like, you gotta, you know this, but I'm talking to the people that's watching, you gotta treat all these bras the same, yo. And it's not like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm too cool for school when talking about chicks, because it's like, we have chicks that we like, but it's like, in getting to know all of them, you gotta be, like I told Jordan all the time.
Don't push shit past nobody.
Yo, I tell any one of my homies, when I'm dealing with a chick, I let them know who I am off gate. I let them know how disrespectful I am, how ignorant I am, how rude I am. I cuss a lot. I'm gonna say bitch 100 times on the first day. Like, you gonna know the ignorant motherfucker that I am. So, because, especially if I'm feeling you, like, what I don't want is us to be in a relationship 3-4 months down the road, and then I say some Brandon shit one day, and it's like, I don't like this. I can't. Well, go ahead, bitch, because it's me. I'm not about to walk on eggshells because it makes you uncomfortable. I'm gonna be the nigga. I'm gonna be for day one.
It's a very effective approach, and I think honestly, that's why I commend you for that, because I know for me, I do that with certain women, but you follow through with that whoever you meet.
Especially if I like you.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to do that, because you know sometimes. You know at times, and I can tell you don't even prioritize, which is a good thing. You know at times, like, if I give Shorty this real side of me, she probably not gonna fuck with me, because I can kind of tell that she don't like that type of side of me.
And sometimes
so I'm gonna not act like that's me.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? But they come to bite you in your ass later on.
Facts, but we all withhold information sometimes for chicks, especially it's like, man, if this is a slide and I know I can finesse this, but I know she don't like this, I'm not gonna divulge that I'm on this type of time.
Of course,
if I'm just trying to wrap
crazy shit.
Facts, if I'm just trying to wrap this situation up real quick, like, whatever. But if it's a chick I'm really fucking with, I'm not saying I'm gonna be a dick to you, I'm not doing that, but I'm just the ignorant person, the rude person I am. Those qualities, I have to show you that earlier than later, because the last thing I'm gonna do is be enthralled with this person, have feelings and emotion for this person, and then you see who I am, and it's like, I don't want this, I don't like who you are. Well, bitch, you gonna have to step, because this is who I am. I'm not changing for no bitch.
Right.
I can't do that. It's not good for, it's not good for nobody. Hey, don't, fellas, be who you are, yo. You lie for the slides. But be honest to the chicks you really trying to
Lie
get.
for slides.
Hey, lie to the slides, bro, because you trying to wrap it up as soon as possible.
Go on the hat.
Man, look,
BGP.
you know the vibes.
Bro, that was a good little tangent to go off on, because schooling niggas. We need to school motherfuckers and let them know. And that's why I say with this lustful shit, it's important to understand that women will choose to be that when they want to be that. They turn that off and on because there is a natural attraction that they don't want to admit. You know what I'm saying? A natural attraction that they have that they don't want to admit to them niggas that ain't shit. That's when I learned. Cause I used to be on that good. I mean, my mom raised a decent young man, so I used to be full time, 100% the good guy. And then as time progressed, like B said, motherfuckers started fucking me up. I'm like, damn,
streets gonna mold you, bro.
I was standing outside like 50 Cent on Miniman video. Remember he had the shoes in his hand, niggas started letting up. Oh,
bro, you come into this game as a perfect sphere, a little clay circle. But as you get out to the streets, you get molded, and niggas fuck you up and choke you and do all this wild shit, and now you this fucked up piece of dough, and it's like, hey man, the streets made me like this.
My mom was devastated when she seen I was a savage.
I still think my mama don't know, and she won't know.
She like, you not little Mikey no more? Nah, I'm G's.
Nah,
morphed into something completely different.
little boy.
Nigga had contacts on, like, yeah,
that's me. I'm that nigga. So that's why I say, fellas, just be mindful of it. I think it's very important to be mindful of the fact that women they're always, one, not ready to get what they claim they want, or two, they'll lie to you because they don't want to be perceived as something. Because the person that wants the ain't shit nigga or the lustful nigga, for a female, can easily be perceived as a hoe. We was talking about this off camera a couple of days ago, where it's just like that perception and how they move so like according to that. So they could really in their hearts to hearts be a lustful motherfucker and want lust, but they be talking their shit behind the curtains. But then you open the curtains up and it's a bunch of people out there. They be like, oh no, I only like love. Like, I'm not a lustful motherfucker. So it's like, nah, be who you are and true to yourself, because you make everything easier for not only you but the other people that you dealing with.
Everybody else.
So I know for me, as a nigga, I like we said, it's important for us. We both do the lustful and the love shit. But I know at the end of the day, I'm playing the game in order to find that love. That's what a real nigga, when he does that, it's easier for you to be able to differentiate the two. Because you know what you really there for. I'm here to waste time and have fun. I'm here to waste your time and have fun. But at the end of the day, I'm here to find something to find a wife as well. So I have to be mindful of that when I make some certain decisions with some of y'all. Because some of y'all not going to ever see that cut. Y'all never going to make that part of the 53-man vibes. You won't make it there. But
be on the practice squad.
Exactly. You can be on the practice squad. You can still get a check. But I don't mean that in the literal way.
Yeah, but you can still be part of this experience.
Exactly. You can have a great time.
You be on Madden, but you be out in the fed.
You be in the fed. Those practice squad niggas still get to go to the game, right? You get to throw your little hoodie carry over.
You have the hoodie on, like, yeah.
Cold as shit.
Yeah.
That show was up, man. Shut up, nigga. Who's boy?
Word, like, nigga, I'm still getting 300,000. See, they living good too, though.
Good bread.
You feel me?
It's the gang.
It's the game, baby.
Yeah. But at some point, you just gonna have to watch The Wire. You know?
I am, bro. I've been putting that off for way too long. I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of The Wire all the way through.
And white people, The Wire is not the best show that's ever come. Can y'all stop perpetuating this lie?
Yo, I do hear that a lot from white people.
Yo, white people, it's not, bro. That show, it's a good show. But I understand this is probably some of y'all first interaction with Negroes like that. So it's like, please, the show is not that. It's not the best. Please.
That's one of my favorite things about dating white women too, though. Like, they don't be knowing some of the hood movies. Like, my ex, I remember we putting them on. She was like, I ain't never, she's like, what's Baby Boy?
Yo, this nigga, Jordan, like, we
Let's sit down. Yeah, baby.
For real. You can school them a little bit. But, getting into this next question here, you know, we want, like I said, this is a topic that we want to be able to be helpful with, be efficient, and help you learn some things about yourself. Fellas, y'all think that there's any kind of indicators that one should be looking for when they need clarity as to what a lustful situation is and what a love situation is? So what I'm saying is when they dealing with somebody, say it's a female that's dealing with a nigga, and she don't really know what side of the field she playing ball on, what kind of indicators can you provide? Whether it's 1, 2, however you want to provide.
For the woman, give the woman some
Yeah, that's
insight.
for the woman. That's for the woman.
I mean, I feel like for the guy and the female, it kind of is the same. It's the same categories. It's just different. How the categories look is different.
Right.
A guy gonna have to. The indicators that a guy have is gonna be the same. It's just gonna be different ways of how it's handled. It's their actions.
Mm-hmm.
If a dude is putting you into a love category, he is going to the little things that he does.
Yo,
man, oh, my nigga.
Man, yo. I'm like, you good, bro? You want mine?
That's like you earlier, like you said, don't miss nigga. When you said that earlier when I was trying to drink, you better not miss this time. So you said that. Because I didn't even notice I was spitting. I was like, that's more than one minute.
Hey, nigga in here. You my daughter should be coming.
Yo.
She got your non-spill job.
Get this nigga some floaties.
Swimming in there, problematic. But yeah, bro, it's the easy one for the ladies is actions. Like
Action.
you gonna come into a situation, or you're going to come into a point of your situationship, of your relationship, of your whatever the fuck you got, insert title here, where it's like, what are we?
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing?
That's scary.
I'm getting slid. I'm fucking texting you after 8. You're not responding. You're saying you're supposed to do this. You're saying to meet you here. You're saying we're going to do this. I'm not seeing you like we said. 5 o'clock hit. You might as well turn into a gargoyle. Like, it's the actions. That's it. Cause I know for me and my 2 niggas up here, if we fuck with you, we're going to treat you differently than if we don't.
Look, what Jordan said all the time, relationship is different. Like,
yeah.
I look, anybody that knew me while I was in a relationship, anytime I would talk about my relationship, like, yo, what? This nigga different, yo. Like, because I can't be the same person I am in a relationship in the streets.
That's true. That's true.
Why would you? Why would you be in the NBA and then go to the Drew League like, yeah, I'm playing like in the
Yeah, you do that shit in the league. Get off, yo, come sit by me.
No.
Now you ride behind the rest of the
You
match,
talking about
bro.
the backboard and dunk that shit in the Drew League. You don't see niggas doing that.
You putting the ball on your shirt, throwing it behind your back. No, bro. Come sit on
Hot
the bench.
sauce is not in the NBA for a motherfucking reason.
Yo, which one played in the league for a hot second?
Rafer Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never once caught himself skip to my loo when he had the Rockets jersey on.
And he
Not
brought
one
the ball
time.
up like he was supposed to.
Did he ever do a fucking slip and slide in a league game? No, he did not. For a fucking reason. You never seen Rafer Austin on the Rockets like, let's skip to my loop. No. You're like, that's Rafer fucking Austin.
He made sure that you called him by his name.
Rafer Austin.
Yep.
So, for my females, this
I remember
action.
the professor was on the bus on one of the joints. He was like, shit. He was like, nigga, if the Suns owner called me right now and told me I could back up Steve Nash, I'd do it. Like, nigga, they not calling you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, they don't want to see you put the ball here and spin it around your body. Nigga, like, we don't give a fuck about that. That shit is cool to watch outside.
yeah, bro. That's
Nigga, we trying to go to the finals. We gotta play Kobe next year.
You don't got league game, professor. You
Facts.
got dumb handle.
Raja Bell ain't trying to see that shit. But yeah, bro, it's actions. Actions is the most important. If you find yourself stuck on, is this a lustful relationship or is this nigga kind of feeling me a little more than a slide, you gonna see by his actions. He don't even gotta say nothing.
Right.
It's unless he just a nigga who he love his girls like he lusts his girls, then you fucking with a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how the fuck he's going to find a girl because he's still in the lust situation. But any regular person, it's his actions.
That's fair to say. That's obviously, I think that's the top of the list. You want to actually make sure that you're paying attention and kind of get a key on what a nigga doing. So we can
Simple it down. I don't want to break it down all these. They gonna do that.
Right.
Fucking actions, mom. I'm not gonna play with y'all and do all these kind of actions. Is he treating you like a slide? You just the lust slide. If he's not, you in love. Maybe. He might be real
I'll
good.
probably say like it took really, bro. I think this is like a one-sided question because what else could you do aside from action? Because I just know me for when I was talking to chicks that the chicks who was taking me more serious than I was taking them, and I can give you a prime example. Because, and I said this story on the podcast before, but when I was dealing with Shorty and them niggas broke into her crib and she called me like 7 in the morning on Saturday, like, oh my God, they broke into my house.
Right.
No, they broke into her car. They broke into my car. Can you come over here and just sit with me? I was like, I'm gonna holler at you. And I ain't, but that shows you I don't give a fuck about you like that. I come over at 9 o'clock, we watch a show on Netflix, and I'm deep diving in that thing. So it's like, you know that. And then there was another situation where I was dealing with a chick, and I'm mad I ain't never get to strike her, but we was talking, she was feeling me a lot. And then she had to have known because I was just like, so I'm saying, so when I'm coming over, like, what's up? Like, this is when I was still with my parents. So I remember one time, this is wild, this is probably the most fucked up shit I ever did. She was like, oh my
Get
God,
toxic, kid.
I'm in the hospital right now because my dad is on life support and we have to decide when we pull the plug or we don't know if he's gonna live or die. And I was like, and I lied to you not. I was like, so you trying to link?
Yo, I remember you told me that shit.
Because she was like, my brothers is gonna stay here and I'm gonna just go home and you just hold the house down and be by myself. And I'm like, you want some company? Like, what's up? Like, I was scumbag.
She was upset about it.
Huh?
Did she get upset about it? Or did she like...
She really didn't like pay too much attention to it. Like, she was just like...
She had too much on her mind.
She had too much on her mind.
She didn't even had the time to dig in his ass in that pause.
No.
But like, she wasn't going to do that.
She didn't really come at me like that. She was just like, no, it's just not a good time right now. I'm like, alright, let me know when you available. Like...
This nigga, man.
But it's, at the end of the day, it is, to me, I don't think this question can really be done without just saying action because the term is action speaks louder than words, and that's true. And sometimes words speak louder than actions, but in this situation, how you move in front of this woman will tell her everything she needs to know, and vice versa, but we're talking about women. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I can say everything under the sun, but I know if I'm not doing certain things, eventually, that's why it's like, sometimes, fuck that, all the time, I don't feel like I have to tell you anything. If you're taking in too much of me while we're dating, and I'm not, reciprocating that to you, I don't need to tell you I'm not fucking with you like that.
Right.
I'm showing you that. I'm showing you that.
But see, the thing is, because that is the obvious answer. We're obviously being action. You want to be able to follow somebody's action and see what they really feel and how they think about you. But my whole thing is, and I mean, we kind of already know the answer to this, but it's like, that's what's being done all the time, and women still don't get it.
Oh, well, we're just dealing with illogical creatures. And I understand that. But it comes to a point like I don't like the fact that we baby women like they're not adults. I hate that, bro, because we live in this world. It's like women want this and equal rights and this, that, and the third, and that's we supposed to push for everybody to have equal rights and all this type of shit. But then we say shit like women are so strong and women are so resilient, but women also ain't logical. So it's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like,
I
see
a part of the picture.
Females say this all the time. Niggas never take all the shit that females do and stay. Duh, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm not retarded.
Like, why?
I'm not retarded.
Women
Bitch,
are
you
so
cheat on
much-
me, you will never see or hear from me again.
Women are so much stronger than men. You're not fucking stronger than me.
No,
You're
you
dumber
don't.
than me. If we both walking, if we both walking, and this car is going by the street like, and you keep walking and get hit like.
Well,
I'm not gonna keep
Mommy, you're getting hit with Mike because he's not walking on the outside of the street.
Oh yeah, because yeah, for sure. Because I'm not gonna die for you. Most important. And back in the day, if they were throwing poop and trash, I'm really not getting trash.
I'm really not getting thrown in.
Bitch. I can walk behind you. We can both walk on the left side, and I walk behind you and kind of push you out the way.
Bro, I think on some real shit. I think that type of shit is it's decent. You should do it, but I think that shit overrated. Them bitches don't really be giving a fuck about that unless they want to.
I feel, to me personally, I feel uncomfortable if I'm not on the outside. I just feel uncomfortable. I just feel uncomfortable. Even if I'm gonna slide, bro, I'm just uncomfortable that I'm on the inside of the street. I feel like a bitch.
You put your jacket down when she walk.
Why you sound like a bitch?
No, I do, bro. If I'm walking on the inside, I feel like a bitch, bro.
Bro, you really had me like lost in the sauce when you said you was like, yeah, I make sure I had my back to where we said I make my back to the wall so I can see the door.
Yeah, bro. Like cause I gotta see everything that's coming in that motherfucking door.
Nah, I can't say that I don't sit
My dad
with
told
my
me
back
that.
towards exits.
Yeah,
Unless it's like an exit, like more.
I gotta
like,
see what's coming
I don't
up,
be
bro.
like in the middle of the walkway.
Man,
But
look,
I do
if I can
something.
sit down and eat, I'm gonna eat. If I'm supposed to go out by somebody laying me the fuck out within the Olive Garden, that's gonna happen. The fucking waiter will walk up like, can I take your order? You be like, okay, let me get the.
So stop.
But yeah, they always say that like females are so much stronger than men. They still
Ow.
niggas cheat. Why the fuck would I? What?
I can take a punch better than you.
Man, but see, that's what I'm saying, like, cause I didn't even give my answer directly to it, but y'all right, like, at the end of the day, actions are going to tell you everything you need to know. I just think, I guess the only thing I could kind of say, maybe to kind of differentiate it, or make it a bit, say it in a different way, essentially, is women, cause I'm talking directly to the women, even though you did say, like, it's the same shit for men and women, you just, it's different ways it occurs.
Man, I be calling her and she don't be calling me back. I don't know what's going on.
There's some niggas out
Oh,
there.
some of
The
them do
sense-
that. Tell you something.
And the thing, the difference is, if all the niggas that thought like that lined it up, and all the women that thought like that, the other women on the other side of the fence, I'd be like, it's okay, baby. You'll be alright. You're great. You're amazing. The niggas gonna be like, bro, you fucking dumb as hell.
Yeah, that's what I be saying on this podcast, bro. When we start talking about women in certain facets and we may be on different sides of the fence, women circle the wagon on dumbass, bird-ass bitches and don't hold other women accountable. You can't be an unaccountable man because other niggas will put you in your fucking place.
That's facts.
And
You gonna
we
run
get
into
right.
that more times than
You
the nigga
can't-
that's trying to
I
be like,
cannot ever go to these two niggas like, yo, B, Jordan, man, I called this girl 2 times in a row, and my shit just went straight to decline. What should I do? And they never gonna be like, yeah, bro, just call her one more time, nigga. You get it. They gonna be like, bro, what the fuck you keep calling her for?
word, why are you so upset about that nigga, bro? Who the fuck on? But that's the truth. Because
You
men,
a strong man. You too strong for it.
but that
No.
gets right back to what B was saying, is like we deal with logic since we fucking yay high. Man. Like we deal with that all the time. So men are so used to speaking directly to things, especially when they deal with another man and trying to give advice and help a nigga through something. Females are just so used to everything being catered towards what they want and molded and built around what they want that when it doesn't work out that way, it's just like, oh, that's their fault. Now it has nothing to do with you. Keep wanting what
You're
you
too
want,
strong.
even though it doesn't make any fucking sense.
To be quite
Like,
honest,
what?
men are more confrontational with each other, and
Yeah.
men, we know our set. If they're real, we know our friendships are solidified. So I can be honest with my homies, and it's like I'm gonna say some real shit to them, and they can say some real shit to me. It's
Yeah.
like, well, fuck you, nigga. I ain't never talking to you again.
It's not gonna be no beef over
But
opposing
with
opinions.
women, for the most part, because most women don't have genuine friends. Women cycle their friendships every 3 years, if probably shorter than that. They don't have real relationships with other women because women are catty by nature and snarky to other women for
yeah, it hurts.
absolutely
Right.
no reason. Their situations aren't as solidified, so it's like a woman to see another woman going through some bullshit, and not saying they don't give a fuck, but it's like, well, if I'm real with her, she might not fuck with me after this, so I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not saying that's every woman,
Yeah.
but women do that,
They do
bro.
that
And
shit.
if you're my friend, I'm not going to not tell you what it is because I'm afraid of losing this relationship, nigga. If you stop fucking with me because I told you some real shit, you was never my friend.
No
No way.
man. That's men. It's a different. it's a different
dynamic.
It's a different dynamic. It's a different rules to the game for friendships between men and friendships between females, and we understand that. And that's why I said, when you were saying that, I wanted to make sure that there are some niggas out there that stand on that weirdo shit because they just simp by nature, but they don't have real niggas probably, and they like to even call them out on anything to begin with. Typically, simps like that ain't gonna really have real nigga friends by their side anyway. That's who you are as a person. Yeah, so it's like, for me, I would just say females gotta learn how to not. I know I got a mouthpiece. Like I said, I've said this time and time again on this show. I got a mouthpiece, but women have to understand and learn how to not attach everything to verbiage. Because a lot of y'all do shit where it's like, you know the game, you know what's up, but if I say something the correct way, I'm liable to get whatever the fuck it is that I want. I like that it's like that for me, but I understand how that could be damaging for you long term. The problem is, I don't give a fuck about what you're dealing with. Exactly. Yeah. So you have to understand that that's the difference amongst the situation here, and learn how to take a nigga for what he's saying, for his word, and like, all right, that's what he's saying, but also don't connect it to a way where it's like, it means everything in the scenario.
Perfect example. Have you ever ran into a female that had that female friend? I hate that female friend.
The one that always bangs her on
bullshit.
The always what? The which one?
You got a female that you be kind of running the game or whatever, and it's their friend. Like, every nigga hates that female.
Well,
who be calling her the bullshit like that?
That's facts, because you know she gonna hold her girl accountable.
Stop fucking telling her the truth of what the fuck I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I want the people like, no, you're strong. He's going to be there.
Thankfully, I don't know if I've ever ran into that before.
I ran into that a few times.
I've never been that shit of a person to a bitch where a chick was like, you need to get away. No, I've never really ran it, because I've never been that dude to a chick where I was just being a piece of shit to her, so her friend wouldn't really call me out.
It don't even gotta be like,
I'm just a piece of shit.
It can just be you and I'm just running the game.
Right.
Yeah, but my game transcends a lot of bitches, so it's like, they ain't saying that. If I was lying, I'd have been called out by now. Wouldn't I? But I had.
I feel like they just know, because they go back to their girlfriend and tell them everything that's going on, and it's like, I'm seeing a repeated cycle of this bitch coming back to me and telling me the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So that one girlfriend that got her head somewhat on the correct way can speak to that and be like, yo, you gotta chill, because you keep letting homie come back in your life and you keep running the same game and it's working. You not realizing that? I will say that I've run into that once or twice, because then at that point you just combating her, like, yo, y'all going face to face, really. Like, shorty on the sideline.
He said this. She said. He's just going back and forth.
So, but once again, if y'all do have that friend in your life, please keep her and hold on to her. Because I understand that I'm only here for the moment, but she's going to be there for a lifetime.
You know I hate you when it's me you bugging up, but I applaud you when you're helping your friend.
The friend I had, she was in my favor, like, and I didn't even know these chicks when I was dealing. Who the fuck was it? I can't remember the chick it was, but when I was dealing with her, like, of course, women say dumb shit and fuck shit up all the time. Matter of fact, I think I told you it was Shorty was Shorty from Philly, the teacher Joan.
Oh yeah.
But she was like, she was talking about her sister going to a bachelor party, and her man didn't want her to go to a bachelor party. So she was like, well, if I was her, I'd have just cheated on him anyway. I was like, what, bitch? Oh, that's how you moving? Oh yeah? Clickety click click click. So this bitch called me probably like maybe a couple hours later. She's like, I'm sorry, I should have said that was dumb. I was telling my mom about this. My mom, it was her mom and her friends. It was like calling her. Not calling her stupid, but let her know you sound fucking stupid.
You was the one that put yourself in that position.
I like when women have those kind of accountable friends. Like, cause it's like you need women, you need real friends, and it can't just be a mom, because your parents are always supposed to look out for you.
Yeah, they want favor.
You need friends who are on your level to be like, yo, this is some bullshit that you're doing. So maybe don't do
your
that.
Own way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's just like, of course, your friends are supposed to call the shit that other people are doing to you, but they should also call the bullshit that you're doing.
Yeah.
That's how you can be successful like that.
I agree on that 100%. And like I said, it was really hard. Like, it's hard to have that conversation with not really speaking directly to just actions, because that's really what it all boils down to at the end of the fucking day. So this last question here for this topic, fellas. Would you say that experiencing both sides, whether you want to speak from the male standpoint or the female standpoint, experiencing both sides of the love and the lust actually aids you in having a healthy, successful relationship with the right one down the line? Being able to, because some people will go through their whole life, I ain't gonna say prudish motherfuckers, because everybody's different, but there are some people that would barely put their toe in the pool of lust, but they just try to finagle and finesse through love. They want that. Do you think that it's, because a lot of people do that, male or female, do you think that it's essential to go through both sides of the fence on that?
I think.
I don't, to be honest, I don't think it's essential to do, because I've come across women who were not super sexually aggressive, who were prude, and they were still good people and could have still been good wives and candidates
in
a healthy relationship. Because like I used to, and bro, this is a revelation I've had a few months ago. I used to be on the train of, everybody gotta go through a whole phase, men and women. But I'm not on that train no more. I don't think you have to get fucked and get ran through and have a bunch of sexual escapades to arrive, mentally where you want to be for your partner. You don't have to get fucked crazy. You don't have to rack up a bunch of bodies to do that. You don't have to do that. Like, you can go through experiences with people. You can be tried, in dynamics with men and women, but that doesn't come through getting a lot of dick and pussy. I really don't think that.
It's interesting that you say that because I do agree with you. I think what comes behind that and why at one point in time you had the battery pack in your back to be like, yo, you should go through your whole phase, and why I still do is because the fear of taking somebody serious that hasn't gone through that and then maybe wondering at some point in time within y'all situation or relationship like that's the scary part, because you can't, to a degree, even though they're older, they shouldn't be thinking that way, but you can't, if it were to occur, you can't really fault them.
But that's true, but then what is it, how about this? What if you're in a relationship with a girl and she's like, well, my boyfriend or husband fucks me good, but I wonder if he could fuck me better. You gonna have that mantra too? So it's like if you thinking about the grass being greener, you're never gonna be happy.
But that's true. But I feel like the whole phase when you go through it, you go through so many bodies. Not everybody's whole phase is different. You don't have like a shit ton. You might have a little bit, but here you went through your stage where you was kind of just recklessly throwing around dick or pussy. It's like you go through it and you've had an experience that it's like I always know that the grass is going to be greener, and that's not enough to attract me away from the man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And dealing with women though, like because you just said, if she's looking at it like, well, I didn't go through my whole phase. Maybe I should, while I'm in a relationship, maybe I should, or I'm missing out or something like that. I can't worry about that, bro.
You're right, man. You're right.
I cannot worry about that, especially if
You drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, you're going to drive yourself crazy. So if she didn't do that, whether she wants to divulge that information to me or not, I can't worry about if she went through her whole phase. Just like I can't worry if another nigga fuck her better. Because
that's why niggas better not ever ask, is the best dick you ever had? I definitely, I be laying pipe down and I be afraid to ask a bitch that question. Because if I get it's the best thing you ever had while I'm stroking, and she's like, keep going. I'll be like, oh, fuck. That's what I'm saying. So it's like that type of game. But
I don't give a fuck that exact. I don't even care that exact.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't ask it.
I'm asking whose pussy is this too, fellas. That's not your girl.
She gonna be like, jeez, and then you gonna be looking for me. Nah, bro, I don't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. But nah, I do see what you're saying. That, and that shit actually is like interesting that you came to that thought, because
it was very recent. Like, I used to think this very recent ago. Like,
I think that it's important to go through it, but I do see, depending on the person, like you said, it really depends on the person that you deal with, the quality and how thorough they are as a person, their actual personality. Yeah. They may not need that shit. They know who they are in and out, regardless if that's occurring or not.
And I think that to me, that's more. To me, it's more of an attractive thing. I'm not saying that you're better, worse, or less than. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I just deem that a little more attractive. I'm not even worried about the body shit, but the fact that you didn't feel like you need to go through a whole phase to be whole with yourself, I like the idea. So it's like, I can respect, that there are people out there that don't feel like they have to go through those trials and tribulations to be ready for their forever husband or wife whenever they come into their life. So, that's just what I came to.
So what you thinking?
I'm actually on the side of I think you should. I think you should definitely experience the love and the lust, just because it helps you become well-rounded. You don't want to be a person who, like you say, you don't be a person that's just like, oh, everybody that I see, I love them the most. But you also don't want to be a person just like, yeah, I'm just lusting over all these people.
Yeah,
we ain't never going to just go somewhere. Because you have to be able to identify the difference between it's just love and it's just lust. How are you ever going to be able to make that difference if you don't experience either one? How are you because one of the questions you asked before, you were like, you see it's a smoke screen where you feel like you got super feelings for this person and y'all spend some time together, y'all had sex a few times, and you notice you don't have the feelings that you felt like you thought you had, or this wasn't the person you want to be with. So I feel like, and it doesn't even have to be as strong as, I just fucked 60 people or 7 people. I just wanted to just fuck mad people. I just think you should experience dealing with different people. You don't want to just deal with one person for super long. You love him. It's like, yeah, this is all I want.
Right.
You want to go through trials and tribulations. I feel like you definitely want to be a well-rounded person with anything. If you just a person like, yeah, I'm just play basketball, I'm just use my right hand. Now now you get into the game.
That's
and
kind of
all-
why I was ass a little bit in basketball as I got older. I never really finessed my left hand on the Like, I'll be one of them niggas, like, I ain't gonna hold you, like, maybe not to this day, I'm probably better with it now, but like, I could be on the corner of the perimeter, pump faking, and nigga like had the whole left side open, I'll probably still go dribble it.
You don't want to be that person in a dating game that can only go right.
Right, it's
So
what I'm saying.
you gonna meet a nigga like, oh shit, I'm gonna just play him to the right.
And then you
steal.
stuck. Yeah.
Then you dribble to the right, then you open, and now you in the corner. You gotta pick the ball up.
Right.
So that's why I feel like you should definitely be well rounded. Now, this is where I agree with B. Like the advice I give you is be well rounded, but know yourself to where you should dig and dive in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you know you're not a person who want to just get your shit up, you want to find that
Exactly.
love, it's okay. Understand though, every situation you go into is not going to be the see all be all.
That's true. And you don't have to adhere to someone else's standards.
Right.
You do what you like.
Dude, so it's the people like, oh yeah, I've been it's virgins at 25, 26.
Mhm, it is.
That don't mean go fucking. Facts, holla at me too. No, that fact don't holla at me.
I'm about to say,
I don't wanna be
they
first.
gonna attach themselves at your hip.
I don't
with
wanna be
you.
first.
Bro, I don't be caring about all that. That don't bother me.
You know, Bobby?
No.
It's gonna be harder to let her down when you need to.
But if I like her, I'm saying though,
Okay.
if I could like her, you understand that you could like those people.
How would you? But she.
Why? Because she ain't been fucked? That don't
Like,
bother
the
me.
experience- The experience though. That's what
Bro,
coaching
I can
comes
teach her
like.
up. I can teach her what I like.
Now look, the coaching and sex. We had this conversation though.
Okay,
We're here, I think, day
And
one.
again, if she's a virgin, I'm not.
She biting the nigga shit like, you like shit.
You can teach her everything. that you like.
Let's teach. But you alright.
Again, you can teach her to do everything you like. So it's a clean slate.
True.
I don't have a problem with that. Bro, it's only a couple of sessions that we gotta go through to really get shit down pat. Motherfuckers act like sex is fucking chess, my nigga. It ain't a bunch of shit you really gotta think about. Do this, do this, do this.
It's not that deep.
Right.
Depending on the
Right.
chick and the situation, it might be a little bit more chest to
What
chest.
thought y'all really had to put in sex?
What kind of thought?
Thought. It
For
is
me.
not mentally taxed. I can
It,
promise
no,
you
it
it's
is. Well, this
But I don't be thinking.
this I ain't trying to slight you with what you do.
not. Okay.
But like I said, my bag sometimes I go down. We all know there's an art into making a female orgasm.
Facts.
The clits is different. They different sizes.
Foreplay, all that shit is important. And if you got a girl who's a virgin, their foreplay bag might not be cool.
All
Now
right.
for me,
Teacher.
foreplay is important.
Mm.
So if I'm a nigga who got my bag and you like, yeah, I ain't really never did none of this before, it's gonna be like, damn.
It's gonna be hard.
Well, as long as she's open, like obviously if she's just stonewalling everything you do, it's like you'll learn that and fucking with her. It's like, all right, I can't really know with you. But she's a virgin, but she's because she fucks with you, she's open and doing shit with you and open.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But just because you open doesn't mean you're good. It's
That's-
bad.
that's
But
why
I mean,
I
she
would-
can't be good, bro. She can't. She's not going to be good the first several times y'all fucking.
That's what we say.
That's the only difference. We saying it's a green light for you. That's
What if
a
she's a
red light
good
for
person?
me.
What if she has 1,000 other good qualities that you like just because she's not as experienced as you want?
I can't fuck with it. Cause then I know at some point in time that's even when I try to coach you up, you might not even really know her sexual drive and how
Y'all
long
fucked
that
the
can
virgin
stand. Huh?
Y'all fucked the virgin before?
I only version that I know that I fucked is the person I lost my virginity to.
Okay, so it's like, and that was what it was. But I just look at it like, especially us being older now, we're being the ones who are experienced, especially if we're dealing with someone who isn't a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gonna teach her what you like, and then you'll go through and she'll learn, just like every other bitch didn't learn what she liked.
Right.
So I like when people say that, it's just like she's not experienced. Of course she's not experienced. She ain't been fucked. But she's gonna get experience just like every other chick, and it's gonna be exclusively with you. I don't see an issue with that.
The only reason why I see issue is because one, I don't really want to coach up sex in that regard, and two, and then two, I don't really. Once again, it's the unknown. Like I don't know if she's gonna be able to match my sex drive. Cause just because I'm teaching her, everything's going well. But then as time progresses, 1 year,
It's a lot
2 years,
There's a lot of bitches out here giving whack head.
it's
It's a lot of bitches don't know how to put an arch in their back.
Look,
Still
and
fucking.
I heard a female say, I forgot what podcast I listened to. It was a female that said she was like, a lot of chicks don't understand. Like if she was like, if you don't like giving head, then almost don't even give it.
Yeah.
Because it comes off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
So
I had to tell
disrespectful.
bitches you don't have to do
Just
this.
stop.
Yeah, it's cool. I actually told that girl the virgin like, nah, alright, we just go.
Bro, because like, again, but.
We just like, turn my fucking music off. I can resist that.
You was fucking and he was like, nah, I'm cool.
No, I was getting head.
Maybe in top form.
Yeah, I'm cool with this.
Niggas said put a movie on.
Bitch, be respectful, disrespectful to the
Playlist
dick.
on.
Be trifling to the dick.
You
bro.
gotta be trifling to the dick, bitch. But Getting into this one here, because I didn't answer this question specifically, but like, I do think that it is important to kind of be able to have experience on both sides of the fence to know what's best fitted for you, what best suits you in a long-term relationship outlook. Like, because that scope, you don't really like, you want to have at least some, I would say, everybody's not a lustful person. They don't all get into just fucking random people, like, you know what I mean, all that. I've heard that from women, like, that's not a stage that I've gone through. I prefer not to do that, which I respect, but it's like, you want to have an idea of different things, at least a tiny bit, to just kind of aid you in the idea of love. Because regardless if you want to believe it or not, a lot of them chicks that run around and got crazy, it's hoes out here getting wiped because they know what works best for them. You feel me? They know what works. It used to be a cliche and a joke to be like, can't turn hold your house. Like, damn. I mean, now it happens because a lot of y'all hoeing around. Y'all don't want to claim yourself to be a hoe because of how it's perceived. But a lot of y'all hoeing around and getting wiped. So it's not saying that that's what niggas want to do.
We just laughing at your boyfriend. That's all.
But you gotta understand, it's like that's just the way the game works. So getting some of that experience, a tiny bit of that experience, might be. I ain't gonna always say for everybody it's the correct thing because everybody has a different life and a different way of thinking. It might be efficient and beneficial to you on the other end of things. So if you have it in your hearts to hearts to try both sides of the fence, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that you would. Nobody's gonna judge you if you a lusty motherfucker. You like to get down crazy, little wild, little bit, little whipped cream here and there on the motherfucking body. Or nobody's gonna judge you if you on a lovey-dovey side and you wanna tell a bitch you gonna be on your mic shit and write poems and shit like that.
Yeah, you bad.
So we're gonna get to the second topic here. This second topic I don't really think. I guess in its own way, it kind of connects to the first topic. Like a tiny bit, because we speaking of different things that men have to deal with, essentially. Being the get right guy for a female. Yo, y'all niggas. This is something that happens on the daily. Like, I just ended the conversation speaking of how hoes want to move over to the housewife side of things. At some point in time, the nigga that chose up was the get right guy. She just looked up because now she's what? She's white.
He probably didn't know it.
He probably had no idea about it. Oh, I was watching, what movie did I watch the other day? I think it was on vacation. And the nigga, his wife was in a sorority, like he knew that, but then they went back to, he's like, I want to take us back to the college. You know what I'm talking about?
What's it called?
Vacation.
I never seen it.
I forgot his name. It was a
It's a dude where the dude was like, no regret.
Yeah. He took her back to the college, and then the girls was like, oh my God, is that, they called her Debbie something. Like it was, like obviously these kids is young. And she's like, you a legend around here. You fucked like 80 guys. You did, and he didn't know. So this nigga was like, damn, you got that? Like, he didn't know.
And she was like, yeah.
She was trying to like leave. She's like, you ain't gotta say all that. But, because it's the way it works. But,
I'd have been like, divorce me my ring, I never want to talk to you again.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you.
I thought you didn't care about I thought he didn't care about bodies.
I know.
Oh, but you just said you were going to rain it. What the? You said you didn't care about
She got brain in the movie though. Like she got brain.
You also said on this podcast you don't care if it got trained either.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. It's on camera.
I said I didn't care about the body.
No, but I asked both y'all niggas that question. Like, what you got trained? You care?
You did not ask me that.
He might have pulled the footage on that.
I know what to do.
Because I know what I said.
I know.
The body count don't matter.
But
but if you got brand, because I ran hoes.
What you saying ran hoes? Like ran a train?
Yeah, but so you saying
so
wait, so if a train was ran on a hoe,
no,
you're not comfortable.
All right, I'm gonna look back at that though, cause I asked both y'all questions. Jordan definitely said he didn't care.
I did.
Yeah.
I was about to say I can't really remember exactly what I would have said, but I don't think that like if I'm wifing, no, I can't, cause I still think I would. If I didn't know that, and I didn't know you. And then that happened, I think I still would come.
Oh, if I don't know, I don't know.
Well, nobody knows what they don't know, but I'm saying if you know, if Shorty had a train run on it. All right.
Yeah, you gotta put that.
I got but get a red hat on.
Look,
it was the body. It was the body count.
It was definitely that episode.
So I'm gonna ask a question here, fellas, to get to this topic. So getting to know a female. I want to know what exactly this does to you and how it makes you feel and how do you respond. So, getting to know a female, first date goes really well. Because we talked about this. We was talking about it off air a little bit. Date's going really well. It's going great. Attractive. Yes. Date's going really well. Y'all having it, chopping it up, good conversation. It's getting to the point where shit about to get hot and heavy. Okay. Tongue kissing, you all know the motherfucking vibes, little foreplay here and there.
Glazed
She's-
donut season.
Not yet. So, y'all touching, you know what I mean, get to that point, and she lets it be known, like, hey, like, I'm really feeling our vibe and our connection's a bit different than what I've seen other guys. I want to kind of go about things a bit differently than I normally have. I've been hooking up here and there, you know, with guys that I may not really like, but I like you, and I don't want to mess this up. By not messing this up, the way I want to take this is not have sex right now. She's telling you this, though. She's open in conversation. So I'll give you a point for that, but she's open in conversation. How does that make you feel as a man, and what's going through your head in that process?
DJ, cut the beat.
Okay, so.
Hell no.
So for me, again, me personally, I'm in the field. So, you have now let me know that you a hoe. So, okay, I'll play this game with you. I'm cool with not fucking. Because I know I'm going to fuck later. So it's cool. You ain't got to fuck. I'll play this game with you. But when I do fuck, you still not getting white.
But that's how you feeling over Mike? No. How you feeling?
Yeah.
So,
But she's not getting cuffed. So yeah, I'm just, yeah, you know, I respect that. That shit cool.
so I look at it like this.
Yeah.
So if that's a situation, I would want to know, like, so how long would I have to? How long would it take me to fuck her?
Okay.
I'm
But-
asking you.
Well, that honestly,
That comes off you. That's it.
I was
But
like,
he's giving a scenario, so I want to know, like, if she says I'm gonna hold things slow, even though I normally fuck with dudes early when I'm sliding, but I'm feeling you. Okay, I might could fuck with what Mike's saying. How long does it take me to fuck her?
That is a good question.
that's a good question because we've
It
all
could be
dealt
3
with
weeks or
this.
3 months.
We've all dealt with this, and
Yes.
it all varies obviously for different women. But let's say in this regard, it's not going to be something that takes that much amount of time. It could be second or third date. If you get some pussy.
Okay. So if it's second, third date, I'll still fuck with you. But the fact that you told me that, I can't fuck with you the long way. Because like, I live by this. I live by this. I will never be the dude you get your life right with. You will never come out of the whole All-Star game and then fuck with Brandon and think Brandon gonna like be that guy for you. I can't,
Facts,
yo.
facts.
I can't. And
I see what
again,
you're saying.
you allowed to do whatever you want. But at the same time, I'm allowed to be like, I'm not fucking with that. So if you fuck with me and we at your crib, we about to take it to the bedroom. You like, I'm feeling you, but I normally like fuck with guys straight up. But you, because I just feel it's different, the connection and all this moon
Yeah,
quasars
never
and stars and all this dumb shit y'all be talking about. I want us to take our time. Okay. And if I can fuck day 2 or 3, that's fine, I'll do it. But I'm not fucking with you long way. Because you have now disrespected me. I feel disrespected by the fact that you said, you think I'm that nigga for you like that. You think I'm that clown that's just going to keep whining and dining.
Right.
But everybody else slid for the free ball.
This is a very, for me,
You're a mature Brandon.
it's a very, it's a very difficult answer. Because, no, dude, listen, for me, I have my reservations with it. It makes me feel away. But what I will say, what I will say, when I say feel away, I'm saying in a way where it's like,
Two words, mother.
I'm feeling a way that y'all feel, where it's like, yo, I feel slighted, I feel disrespected.
Gorilla Pimp that, nigga.
I'm
Join the
taking
club.
it as an insult.
But I don't ever want
but-
to let go of something that could be good.
No,
I
it's
hate
not
this
that.
nigga,
It's
right?
not that, I promise you.
If she could
It's-
be my wife.
I'm telling you, it's not that. It says, look, I'm a nigga at the end of the day, right? Every man enjoys a bit to have his ego kind of brushed, stroked a little bit. Just the way it works. Every man enjoys that. So, when a female tells me that, it is an instant reminder in my head.
But you already know that.
I know that. But she values that and sees it. Now, her value may be skewed the way that she's trying to put out the value. But if I fuck with you and I can see something with you, I'm not going to kick you, and this actually is the second question, so we're essentially answering it. I'm not going to kick you off the edge of not having an opportunity with me to be something serious. I will say that, depending on how the vibe goes. That's why when y'all said y'all gave your answer, I can't knock y'all, because I think this is something that I've always kind of been like all over the place with my outlook. Like, at one point in time, I've been on that side of the fence with y'all, what y'all saying, but then it's kind of like, I don't like that, and I'll let it be known how that sounds. Because when a chick has said that to me, I've always said, like, okay, I understand what you're coming from and what you're saying, but do you understand your point of contradiction with this? Because at the end of the day, put yourself in my shoes as a good guy that you really see something valuable with. How do you think that makes me feel to hear that? Like, do you think that I'm taking myself as a special entity in your life? If niggas that you really didn't even like but found attractive enough to get some pussy, got some pussy, and you really like me, find me attractive, and I gotta wait?
Bro,
I'm gonna walk out this door feeling weird.
all I do is look at that situation is, bro, like, I never finished that show, You, but remember in the early season when, like, she kept telling her friends, what's the show when dude was killing everybody?
Yes, you right.
Okay, so remember
what
her,
you
like,
saying in the beginning? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. When she was telling her friends how much she liked dude, but she wasn't gonna give him no pussy, but she just dumped out some dick like that day. It's like, what I don't understand about women, right, is y'all will do this and you will like a guy and you can tell your girls that you think he gonna be your next husband, but you gonna make him wait for pussy, and that's fine for you to say, but understand, a motherfucker that got some smell about himself and knows who he is and knows who he stands in the game and knows his ability to net women ain't really fucking with all that.
But
so I'm getting ghosts like Danny
listen,
Phantom
ladies,
when you bring that to the table.
Let me try to help the ladies out. And this is kind of why I feel like they do that, and it's backwards.
They must be hard as fuck to fly with that heavy ass cable.
Y'all gotta remember, you feel me, G's? I'm here for y'all. You feel me? Y'all gotta remember, pussy sometimes is all they have.
Oh.
Okay, yes, for sure.
So they see it, and again, like you're gonna say, they sometimes don't understand that we know how shit works. So they see it like, okay, I really like him. So I am not going to give him the pussy up front. I want him to get to know me first.
Yes.
Then when I give him the pussy, that's what keeps him. Because I've given niggas that I didn't have any interest in, I gave them the pussy, and what did they do? They left. So I like him. I don't want him to leave.
I have a question when you're done.
So if I give him the one thing that everyone else leaves with, he gonna leave.
It's the one poker chip that they got to play with, and they hold it so close to their heart. Yeah, I think.
What I'm confused about when women say that, because I know that's how they think. Why do you?
I don't know this part. I can't help you. I can only help you.
No, right.
You generally ask the question.
Right. Why do women think that their pussy is so special?
Yeah.
There are 3 other billion pussies on this planet.
Yeah.
Why do you think you withholding that? Like, why do you think your pussy's so special? My question to the world with bitches is, you will never come across a woman who will actively and openly say she got whack pussy. Even though we know it's bitches out here with whack pussy.
Of course.
We know it's bitches out here with loose pussy, whack pussy, dry pussy, mid pussy,
It's the way
unfunctioning pussy.
I ain't never heard no nigga like, I sling that bad pipe though. So it kind of good.
But I have heard niggas be like, I will give out mid and less than mid.
Facts. I ain't never heard a bitch say I give out mid pussy. I ain't never heard that.
I've heard a nigga say I'm slaying bad puppy girls. I ain't
Okay.
lying. But I've never. We just chilling and the girl like, yo, dick game whack, and he like, yeah.
But that's what Brandon is saying. At the very least, that shows a different level in accountability with both sides of it. Where it's like, at least the males can speak to things where it's like, shit, I gave out whack dick. This is the way it worked that night. I'm on that bad.
Again, but when he's saying that, he's not saying like, I give out whack dick because my shit trash. He's saying like, oh, I give out whack dick because I wasn't fucking with her. It's a different dynamic.
That's true.
It's a different dynamic from a nigga in the room like, yeah, bro. Like B said.
Bro, but what bitch she got bad pussy?
B's not saying, man, when I be fucking some of these hoes, I be fucking them bad because my shit trash. No, he's saying I fuck these girls bad because I'm in control of this situation.
But the fact that he can feel open enough and comfortable enough and honest enough of himself to even say that says more than what the female does.
Bro, I've never heard a woman, cause fuck my pussy is like whatever. But it's like, what bitch has ever said I gave out mid pussy? Or I didn't give out that good of sex.
Right.
I've given out trash sex on
They
purpose.
always gonna find
a bitch will always allude to the fact that her pussy's amazing. Even if she don't say it, you just gotta find. No, bitch, it's whack. Stop trying to put it out there. Stop trying to cutesy it up like it's so many other pussies out here, and bitches live on the fact that their pussy is so special. So when we talk about this situation, like I'm gonna withhold pussy because that's the only bargaining chip I have. You know every other bitch got that chip too, right?
I agree with that, but where I disagree, every single nigga I've heard try to say that play, and this is why I say that, because I'm a real big stand of a nigga, everybody player, till a player nigga walk in the room. So, B, you're a perfect example. If we sat 10 niggas down, and they all said what you said, like, yeah, I give out this bitch, I fuck shawty whack, cause I ain't really feeling it like that. and the bitch say, and then you go to a bitch, another girl who they fuck good, and like, oh, your shit trash. They'll never be like, well, I guess my shit whack then. It's every nigga can say, oh yeah, I fucked her trash because I wasn't really feeling her, because they still in control of my shit is good. I fuck her bad because I want to. Ain't no nigga walking around here like my shit just not good by all the bitches I fuck. Because I've been in a lot of shit, and I bet we all have, where a girl like, oh yeah, this nigga fucked me, his shit wasn't good. But if you go ask him, he gonna either say
a bitch might also be sparing your feelings by saying that.
You see, that's the first thing a nigga say. He.
I said might. That's not all the time. I said
she might be saying that because she hating, or nigga said, yeah, bro, she said your shit wasn't good. He won't ever be like, my shit ain't. He go,
no, about the next man, no, about the next man, not you, but the next man.
But I'm saying, if we ask a nigga like, yeah, bro, you fucked her, was it good? He be like, yeah, I did, and she be like, nah. He never gonna be like, well, my shit was whack. So just how I've never heard a female be like, and that's true, I've never in my life heard a female even say, I gave him whack pussy on purpose. Because she's not in control of the dynamic of fucking. A guy always is. So a guy can easily say, yeah, I gave out that whack dick. I don't ever let that shit slide with niggas. Now, I let it slide if I know big. So I know he does that because he don't fuck with bitches.
Yeah.
Niggas just be like, yeah, bro, I fucked her whack because I was bored with her. No, bro, she said your shit was trash. She told me that while I was fucking. Now, I'm a nigga, I've never been like, y'all gave all whack dick, or my shit trash. I've never heard a nigga say that. Like, yo, bro, you'll be good. No.
I see, but that's the thing,
So
when you say it that way,
slide.
when you say it that way, it's so little that nobody's ever going to speak down on themselves in that regard, whether it's male, female, she-man, whatever the fuck these motherfuckers are. It's like nobody's ever going to speak to that in that regard. What I'm saying is, that's why I kind of see where B is coming from, because it's like, you at least have a man that can. I've never heard of. I would die not hearing a female ever say anything that even a man that you said that niggas is just like, but I gave out some bad dick. They're never gonna hold themselves accountable.
Bro, a bitch is always going to allude, even if she doesn't say it. They always say some shit like, you gotta wait and see. You just gotta find out. I don't know. They'll always try to placate it to where that shit good. But we know it's bitches pussies that are real life dick.
Yeah, it's just the way it works.
So don't leverage your bargaining chip as pussy. You have to leverage something else.
But they have to.
Okay, that's cool. But Brandon don't live by I don't live by a bargaining pussy leverage chip, because it's like that's out there. And
but if you're trying to make a minority,
that's true. I'm just speaking to me at this point. When I'm trying to get to know a woman, and this is what all men should take, as their mantra. The pussy should not be what you living and dying on. Is she a good woman?
Niggas for sure ain't thinking like that.
Oh, I know that. I know niggas ain't thinking like that. What I'm saying is, you should cling to something else to whether she's a wife candidate, not how good her pussy is. Does she fuck with you like that? Is she accountable? Is she logical?
You 100%. You 100% right. But niggas are so dumb in the brain and they so dead in the brain that they can't even figure out a way to connect.
Fuck what niggas talking about though. Like, these bitches gotta understand that that's all they had.
That's the thing though, cause sometimes we sit up here and it's like, fuck what the niggas talking about. No, not fuck what the niggas talking about. They're the fucking problem too. They're the reason why these females say all this dumbass shit. Cause all niggas be like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck. So now, like I said, we are, but I'm not going to leave after I fuck. Yeah. So if 7 niggas who...
Well, if you don't fuck with her like that.
But now, she's putting a situation where I fuck with this nigga, even though I might not have cared about this nigga as much as I care about him.
You fucked the bitch you ain't like before?
Of course.
So, what you saying then?
But just because I do it doesn't mean it's right. I do a lot of shit that's a part of the game. So that question ain't gonna make me backtrack. I like that.
I'm not.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I fuck bitches all the time and leave. I'm a part of the problem, but I'm in the game. It's niggas out here that trying to do both. So
nah, bro, everybody in the game, my nigga.
Yeah, everybody in the game. Again, everybody in the game till that ball go over the fence. Then it's niggas looking crazy. The niggas we talking about. A bitch come across a nigga like us. It's been 8 niggas who played like they fucked with him, gave her the pussy and they left. Now, she like, if I give the nigga I like the pussy, he's going to leave.
Bro, that just take me back to what I said last week, bro. When a chick say, how I know if I fuck you the first night you won't leave, you don't know that.
Yeah, you never know.
You can't leverage on your poker chips on that. It's either we either gonna fuck tonight, we're gonna fuck whatever day you comfortable with. But stop thinking that you control this dynamic with your pussy because you don't. And I know you get over on a lot of dudes like that because your pussy is powerful to weak-minded men. I get that. And we also come to pussy at some point in our life. But at the same time, don't leverage your pussy to me as to why I'm gonna stay. Because I fuck with bitches I fucked the first night and it's been amazing. And I fuck with bitches who I had to wait a month and a half for and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it
so
can
it's
go
like,
either way. But
this business behind pussy is nothing.
I feel like it's easy for us to say that
It's
because we
100%
had that
easy.
mindset.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring that shit to me because I'm a real nigga. But then, because when you say that, you act like you don't know how the game goes.
Oh,
it's a
of
million
course.
weak-minded niggas. Now, it makes it harder for us. It really does.
It makes it way harder for us,
But-
than it should be.
But one thing that we're able to do, we're able to accept the fact that we understand that because of those niggas, it's harder for us. Now, what we do a good job at is we're able to make the judgment, okay, you're one of the females who've been around weak niggas, and you bring that to a strong-minded nigga and put you off the plate.
Right.
Every nigga be like, well, shit, I'm gonna just fucking leave too. And it's a cycle. We said it 9 times out of 10.
That's
the
the
good
thing.
nigga, the good nigga comes, or not even the good nigga, the real nigga who
Honest
with
with
some
himself.
logic and honest with himself comes a situation. You stay, you fuck with her, you hear it, and you dip. You dip. 3 more niggas come, lie, fuck her and leave. She back in the cycle until at some point another nigga who she finally comes across takes her serious and take her out the game.
It's
a loop.
And that's why I say, like, with this shit, bro, it's a tough discussion to have because I do feel as though a lot of women, and when I ran into it, I've said this to women before too. It's like you have to understand how this is off-putting to me in a way that you're carrying around baggage essentially because you're only doing this because of what went wrong with other niggas. I don't even know these niggas, and I'm paying for what they've done to you. And I try to have these conversations, and it's like. It can go somewhere and we can learn from it. And I think it's good to have it. That's why when a chick does it make things uncomfortable? Yeah. But it's like, I appreciate you at least opening your mouth and speaking to how you feel and what you're going through right now. Because some motherfuckers wouldn't tell me that and I just don't get no pussy. But I did say in the same sense, like, how can I put this? It's a lot less harm in a situation where I don't know. If you don't tell me that at all, I'm thankful that you spoke to it. But then a part of me is like, damn, had I had not known this at all and didn't fuck, I wouldn't even been mad. I wouldn't have felt no way. Like, I'm not gonna be mad when I walked out and didn't get no pussy.
Of course.
But I would just feel like, even when I come back for the second go around and I know I'm gonna pop because she liked me, I'm feeling uncomfortable. Like, this is weird.
Yeah, I don't like that
not
feeling
forced,
anymore.
but it's like
Yeah, I don't like that feeling. It's a weird feeling. It's like, yo, if you're not feeling this, just say that.
Just
and
say
because you know I'm probably going to dip out, don't try to throw the pussy at me now.
Yeah.
Let me leave respectfully. Don't be like, what? Here. No, bitch. Like, I don't feel this no more.
But that's when they deal. That's why I know, because that's happened. Like what you just named, and it's like I don't even look at that as me cracking the code, because it's like I'm just a real nigga, and she knew. I wouldn't say like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck with you when this is over. Like we done. I'll be like, I don't really know. Like I would have to kind of think about it. Like I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I would like some time to think about it. And then, like what B said, that would start happening where it'd be like, all right, well I'm kind of ready now. But it's because you're dealing with a real nigga that can be honest with you. Because some niggas will walk out and be like, all right, I'm gonna just wait. I don't have any issue with waiting. It's about what I'm waiting for. Like I said, are we suppressing ourselves? Because that means you're really into me and you're interested, and we can't act on it because you're suppressing yourself and your feelings for me because of some other nigga. That sounds insane and ludicrous to me. It's not one bitch on this planet that I used to fuck with that got me in the Twilight Zone enough to make me carry the baggage that she created to the next bitch.
No, and that's, bro, I live by that. I wanted to say it before you got to it, but fuck it, it's out now. Like, I think women have to do a better job of not taking the baggage that they just had from that one relationship or encounter with a dude to the next. You need to be a fresh slate every time. That may leave you a little bit more vulnerable, but if you want to be happy, you can't harbor these emotions that you have with this past person and bring them into this new dynamic, because that person don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. And on the other foot, if I have a bad experience with a woman, I can't take that into the next situation and be like, well, the last person I did this, so walls and defenses. Nah, my nigga, if you want a fruitful relationship and you want a good dynamic with a person, you have to let your defenses down if you try to take that person seriously, yo. It's not going to work if you run in with defenses, dog. It's just not.
Right.
But I think the only way we can sit up here and say it. The only way females will really recognize that is if they hunt. Because we can't bring what Keisha did to us to this next girl, because we're going to her. How are we going to go to a girl like, yeah, I'm finna spit this game at you, but I'm kind of guarded from what happened before?
But if it's to a point where she's talking to you.
If a female never hunts, If they just sit in the corner and Jerome come up, Jerome does whatever the fuck he does his bullshit, he leave, and another nigga come up, does his bullshit and leave. If the roles were switched, if she went to Jerome, whatever happened, it ended, and it's like, okay, now I'm about to go spit game to this other nigga. It's easier not to bring your baggage, cause you want to move. We on the go. We done got off the plane and went to the next bitch.
Right.
So we started fresh. We in a new city.
But see, where I can't really connect directly with that is because at this point, that's her shooting her own foot. She's shooting herself in the foot.
That's the problem.
And I gotta hold you a bit accountable.
We're hoping now we're making excuses for adults because, like, bro, I hear what you're saying, but to me, a bitch don't have to fucking go out there and hunt to be like, bro, that should happen the minute you leave that relationship or that dynamic. When you're no longer with that person, you get over how you get over, however long it takes. But when you're ready to get back in a dating game and you're going to get, sought after because you're a woman, yeah, you don't do the hunting. But you have to go through that stage of, I have to get over these emotions, I have to get over this, that, and the third. Then it's like, when I'm ready to date again, you're a dateable option. So when people come at you, you're not harboring on those emotions. It's not about you hunting, it's about you clearing yourself of all the bullshit you went to. And when you're ready to date and you're in a dateable space, you get back out there. And yes, you're a woman, so most dudes are gonna come at you. So when that happens, you're in a good space, you can communicate, and these bullshit defenses aren't up, and you're not harboring the emotion that you brought from that relationship to this one. Because we can say all day, if women hunt, that's fine, but most of the time they not, bro. And again, we're adults here, and I'm not making an excuse for no.
It's not making excuses. I just feel like it's tough to be like, yeah, you can't bring that. Then be like, but nine out of the 10 niggas gonna be on bullshit when they come to you.
Okay, then just be an angry bitch with your defenses up. You won't get chose.
I feel that, but then it's be like, all right, be a bitch that just accept what come to you, and now you're getting played by 10 niggas. So they're in a situation where they either
have to let this down, bro.
do I think they shouldn't feel like that? Of course, I agree with y'all, but I'm letting you know it's easy to say. Yeah, just go in there. It's like playing the game with three of the things down, and you move it around, and you pick one, and it's wrong, and you put it back. You do it again, you pick one, and it's wrong, and you put it back. And after time, you're gonna be like, I ain't really picking them no more.
But Mike, part of dating, for all of us men included, is putting yourself out there.
Yes.
When you're in a vulnerable state. But hold on.
Why do you know that?
But because, bro, I've been through breakups. Hold on. Like when you're dealing with somebody and you're no longer with that person no more, you're hurt, your defenses and all that. You have to get up and realize what happened and go through whatever healing phase. You have to do that. So when you're dealing with somebody new, you are vulnerable, man and woman. You are a vulnerable person. So it can't be, no, I'm not. Fuck that. You have to let your defenses down when you're trying to get to know somebody, bro. Because you can't do that with defenses up.
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm not. The person that you're trying to deal with not even getting a chance to know the real you.
I understand that. And again, you're coming as a person that's not coming on bullshit. It is easy to say that when you're not coming on bullshit.
You don't ever know, Mike.
You don't.
You won't. I won't. The next bitch couldn't. I don't know what her intentions are.
If I go to a female and she's on bullshit, I can move on to the next female like this. We say it all the time. Mm-hmm. I can move on to the next female like this. A bitch can't.
We're taking accountability away from her.
We're not. We're taking the game.
But that's the thing.
Because what if it's... Because it's like you said, 9 out of 10 of the niggas that are approaching this female are on bullshit.
I don't know.
So just because when you got there, her gate was up. What about the last 4 times? Now again, this is hypothetical. So it's two things have to happen.
Getting to know somebody, your defenses have to be down.
Of course, you can get to know somebody, but the person you get to know and he's lying to.
Okay, bro, but that's a misnomer. We don't know what we don't know.
That's where I get lost with this, because it's like I get what you're saying, but in the same sense. If I'm backing that standpoint from a female, I am stripping her of all accountability and allowing her to think that it's okay to do that. I get that, because you don't hunt. You're not putting yourself out there and being vulnerable, having to consistently put yourself in a vulnerable state to find happiness. Mm-hmm. But you as a working adult do have the understanding that to have a successful, healthy relationship, vulnerability plays a big part.
Women are not children.
So swing a gate open. Now, if you don't want to and you want to be guarded, I get it. But you're playing a big part in why you constantly
understand. You're the catalyst as why bullshit's coming your way, because if you keep putting up these defenses and guys that you may like and that may be good catches come your way, and it's just like, any real dude about himself is like, well, she's not really engaged. Let me go ahead and leave. Okay,
it's gonna be fuck niggas that stay around, and she probably thinks expecting the real nigga to keep saying because the fuck niggas will do that and still be like, well, I'm gonna
It's a cycle.
Live
It's a cycle. It's easy. I just feel like it's again. I agree with what y'all saying, cause I move like that.
Yeah.
If I come into a situation and I see she's on bullshit, I can move away and not lose no sleep.
Yeah.
But I also, when I run across some females who like, oh yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, you a bullshitter. But I'm not like, yeah, it's your fault. No, it's these niggas' faults too.
But when you're not there, you have to take accountability for yourself. Once you're gone from that relationship, all that other shit about the person is done.
We can't be like, yeah, females don't take no logic, but you better take logic in this. Females don't do that. So that's the game we play. As men, when we dive in, I do, when I'm like, okay, females don't take logic, they don't take accountability. So if we killing females off don't taking accountability, what we trying to tell the females for?
I'm telling you that if you're an adult, bro, and you want to have something fruitful, that to keep these defenses up will behoove you to have something functioning. And bro, as you getting older, that shit ain't on nobody else but you. It's up to you to heal yourself, bro. So if Johnny Walker fucking was a piece of shit to you in your last relationship, okay.
Right.
You take time and you heal and don't get out into the dating streets until you're ready to get out there. It's your fault if you go out there before you're ready. So get ready for the dating game and make sure you're a good person.
Just because you're ready for the game don't mean that the game gonna let you
Okay, but now we dealing with adults. I'm not crying boo-hoo for no adults.
It's not about crying
right.
boo-hoo, but that's just how it is.
Oh, well.
I don't cry boo-hoo for the niggas that can't get no bitches, but you can't get no bitches.
Okay, bro.
You feel me? I don't be like, damn, bro, it's so sad that all these bitches think you ugly. It's like, damn, bro, excuse me, how you doing? It's the same way with females. That's just how it is. That's just the game.
I just can't live. You ignorant. I just can't live on the game. I can't live on making. I'm not saying you do this. I can't live on making poor decisions okay for anybody, man or woman. Because it's like once you're no longer with that person, because if they did something wrong to you, they did something wrong with you. Once you no longer with that person, and once you've gotten over that shit, and once you choose to be back in the dating game, everything is on you at this point. Everything is on you, and it's a lot of motherfuckers in their 30s. Late 30s, approaching 40, who got their walls up and they wonder why they ain't getting chose. So it's like, true. I can't cry myself to sleep for you, bitch.
This is true. This topic, like I said, we really answer all the questions. We literally answer all the questions that I had, really, like that one sitting by going through the tangent. That's what I like about that shit. But it's like, it's something that I just understand. I don't ever want to fault a female for being like, damn, there's something that I need to be doing differently. That's why I had difficulty having that conversation, because I want to be open enough to allow her to feel comfortable talking about that type of shit. Mm-hmm. Because I could be the dick and be like, nah, fuck that, you a hoe, I can't fuck with you. It's easy to do that because then she's gonna go reserved and not want to be as open with people moving forward. And it's like, I'm like,
that's your fault. But it is though.
It is. But if I can do something, if I know I might not even be there for the long term, I can do something that's gonna help you be a better you as you trying to find that. I would, and you the one that, especially because she's bringing it to the table than me on that. I'm not being like, yeah, so you be out here fucking bitch, you be out here fucking other niggas, but then you kind of want to fuck me and want me to wait. No, you're telling me, hey, I've done this and it's been going wrong a lot. I don't want this to happen, especially with a guy like you. So this is why I want to do that. But then I always say like, okay, give me all your reasons behind why you're doing this and why you think the result will be good. And they know it sounds crazy. Right. I just say that just be like, I want you to hear how you sound. Like,
here's a tidbit of information for women. So you can just circumvent all of that shit. Don't say that dumb shit. It's like, I just want to wait because I like you and I normally give it up like this. Don't say that. Mm-hmm. Because I've dealt with, I don't always fuck on the first date, bro. It's been women I've dealt with where I fuck on the third or the fourth. Yeah. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But don't come at me when the party get hot and heavy. It's like, oh, I want to fuck you so bad, but I want to go different with you. Excuse me.
I mean, you lost me.
You wanna do it different with me. Well, what bitches say? I'm not. What's bitch's favorite thing to say on them dating apps and shit? I'm done with the hookup thing.
Yeah.
No, the fuck you not. Like,
I've had enough friend with benefit situations. It's like, so I'm about to be the guy.
Let me do the intro transmission on up out of here, bitch. Like,
that's why I say it's like, it's a tough topic, man. Because I want y'all to feel comfortable to talk to me about that. And like you said, I do. I want you to open up. I want you to open up and discuss it. Because even if you might think there's a slim chance that I might look at you differently, if I like you enough, you might still have a shot. That's just me. I might still give you a shot. The connection is genuine and it's real. You might still have a shot with a nigga, with me. But once again,
would you be?
What?
She still gonna have a shot?
No, because I feel disrespected that you said it.
Even after you get the pussy on the second, third date.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel disrespected you said that to me, bro. I really do. I feel disrespected that you
I'm
said
one
that
of the
to me.
niggas that I just talked about. You need to watch out for at that point.
This nigga's like, yo, he's a brother. Oh, this guy's an animal. Yo, please. Y'all
Just because I be trying to help y'all out, that doesn't mean that I agree with that.
Okay, I fuck with that.
I just, you feel me? I just try to put it on the side. We can't all be up here. Cause sometimes shit that y'all say, if y'all don't explain it, it'll make it seem like y'all just like they wrong.
Right.
Yeah, we try to give you open discourse from all different facets.
But I agree with everything that they said for sure.
Yeah.
He just gotta put his cape in the dry cleaners after this episode.
You feel me?
Gotta
Come on
look
now,
this way.
G, literally.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 21 of the Problematic Gentleman Podcast. Fellas, we're gonna let them know where they can find us like we do at the end of every episode.
Instagram, Twitter,
What else?
TikTok,
What else?
Facebook,
Okay.
Spotify,
What else?
Apple Podcasts,
What else?
Radio Breaker,
Okay.
Google
and
Podcast.
all them others.
Yeah. We on YouTube, all that shit. Subscribe, like, share. Run our views up, yo. We trying to get shit popping. We try to keep we consistent, bro. We consistent. We come out every week for y'all. Just support us. We gonna make sure we keep coming with content.
And see, and because we mastered, I think, and we always talked about this before all came out, like we mastered the idea, the chemistry, and like BG said, the consistency. Now it's about getting it out there and getting the advertisement going, getting things, making the world more aware of the Problematic Gentleman and how we get there. This is where we at now. You feel me? So we working on a lot of things, and you've been saying that for a long time. And we want y'all to kind of just be able to witness the greatness. This is in the beginning stages, but we know it's going to be something. So that's why we continue to drop the content. You feel me? So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got any last little bit of words? I just want to let y'all know I love y'all.
I love all of my fans, especially the attractive ones. Please, all my supporters, even if you build like a rhinoceros, I fuck with you a lot. What?
Gotta go there.
Fine, I'm sorry. Problematic Gentleman, we love
Ladies, y'all see how I fought for y'all this episode, man. I disagree with everything that I fought for. Y'all fucking tripping. But I be trying to make y'all. Nah, it don't make no sense, but I be trying.
He be fighting for you. I will say, clap it up to this man.
Yeah, man, these
are the wrong people to fight for, because they make you like really sound dumb. They really like dig into the but when y'all hear it, y'all can be like, okay. He's talking about what we do, and they're talking about why it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Problematic. In this scenario, how about that?
Okay, there we go. I'm about to say, don't try to end the episode.
Scenario.
He said the scenario because it could be any other way in a different episode.
No, fuck it, I live by it. I'm the worst nigga on this podcast. I live by it. They won't let me have it any other way. I'm the dark horse fine. I'll deal with it. Fuck it.
Episode 21, man. We
I don't know if it was an inside job.